Right. Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the channel, and thank you so much for taking your own time out to spare your Thursday with me, or if you're watching after the fact, really appreciate it, and thank you so much. It's been a while since Z Talks happened, of course. On April 30th, we did the big kind of commemoration of Z Talks episode 40, where we did a mega 11-hour live stream for charity. So firstly, I just want to address you guys for just a couple of quick moments before we get our guests on. I just want to say thank you, truly from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for being a part of that stream, whether you were a guest on that stream, whether you watched for the full time, whether you watched for like 10 minutes, 15, an hour, however long you watched for, and also if you donated for the charity as well. Honestly, it's great to be back. It's been a little while. I've missed you guys. I hope you guys have missed me on Thursdays. And today we have got several guests joining. We've got some guests joining from in a moment up until 9:30 p.m. Then we've got some guests joining from 9:30 p.m. until 11 p.m. where the stream will end at 11 p.m. So I will try to get to all your questions and comments. You guys know what this is like. Sometimes it goes off in a tangent. Sometimes our guests get talking about anything and everything. And that's just the beauty of Z Talk. So the reason this will go until 11 p.m. tonight is I have got work tomorrow. So I can't stay all night. Otherwise, I would get through all the comments. But that's just not possible. So yes, again, I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for making Z Talks episode 40 such an incredible stream and such an incredible achievement. And honestly, I couldn't have done it without you guys. So again, just thank you so much. Throughout tonight, sorry if I go a little bit quiet at times. I feel like my voice is going a little bit, so I don't know if I'm coming down with possible illness. I might just be I don't know what it is, to be honest with you, but yeah, just apologies for if I do go quiet. If you guys are watching live right now, the chat box is over here on my side. It might be this side for you guys. I'm not entirely sure. But feel free to leave a comment. We will definitely try to get to all of them. And again, I just want to thank you guys for watching live after the fact. But enough of me rambling on. I've got some guests waiting in the wings, so let's start and bring them on. And the first guest I want to Jackson. So hey man.
Hey dude, how's it going?
Yeah, going good. How are you?
Oh, doing really well. Yeah, thanks for having me on again.
Hey, you're welcome, man. Thank you for wanting to be on, and thank you for joining me for Z Talks episode 40 as well, man.
That was such a great time. Like it was so much fun. Like especially like jumping on. Like I'd watched a couple hours before that, but jumping on like 7 hours in and seeing you still in really good spirits like that was really cool to see. So yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, and you definitely helped and contributed a lot to that, and it's been great. Generally, just getting to know you. You know, you've been expanding in the community. You've been every time I'm like on YouTube, I'm like, gee, like Jackson's on another channel now. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. I've been making a lot of friends around this community. And I'm actually, I think I told you this, but I'm gonna be moving not too far away from you guys pretty soon. So I'd love to do a meetup sometime soon.
Yeah, man. I mean, I know you're coming to London, I think around September, October time.
Yeah, September, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, man. Well, I'll definitely be making a trip to London to see you and meet you in person after all this time. That'll be awesome.
That'd be awesome, man, for sure.
So yeah, nice to have you, Jackson. We will get to you very quickly. We've got a couple of guests we want to bring in. Next is another person who I've become like good friends with recently, and that's Sin. So hey, Sin.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Jackson. How y'all doing?
Hey, Sin. Doing good. How about you?
Yeah.
Doing all right.
Whoop. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining, Sin, as well.
Yeah, thank you for having me once again.
It's
always fun.
As always. And have you got a movie you're going to be checking out tonight?
Yeah, I was just getting ready to mention that I was looking forward to Hypnotic. Hope it's good.
I haven't even heard of that one.
I hadn't either till I saw it on my Cinemark app.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It's Ben Affleck and oh gosh, I can't remember the girl, and it looks like an interesting premise. So hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully it'll be better than the last movie I went to see, which I walked out of. I actually walked out of.
What was it?
I talked about it. Was called Agent. It was an Indian movie. It was so I did a ranty review, which will probably take me forever to edit because there was a lot of rants.
Right. I get yeah. I mean, nothing worse than those experiences when you walk out, you know. And
I've never done it before. That was my first time.
Wow.
But I decided I'd rather go.
Either, yeah.
Well, I mean, you pay the money for a ticket and you feel like the least I
Right.
can do. But I was just like, I had a headache after about almost an hour, and there was another hour and a half to go. So
That's fair.
I left and I went to go rewatch The Covenant with my son.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. I think that's the thing what I've noticed with because like a lot of my cinema listings, I'm not sure about you guys in America, but every week there seems to be like a new like Indian or Telugu or
Yeah.
Hindi movie released.
Yes,
And
my local theater has a lot of they show them every
Yeah.
week pretty much. Yeah.
and I mean it's awesome
Yeah.
that it's getting more exposure, but every time I look at the listings, I'm like, it's always a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
really long.
yeah, they're always really long. Yeah.
Most of the time, I think the shortest one I saw was called oh shoot. It was called Attack. And maybe that
Hmm.
was about 2 hours long, which
Wow.
Yeah.
not too bad,
I don't know if it's a staple over there, maybe. I don't know.
I think it is. They make a big production out of it.
Alright.
Could be. I mean, like I was a huge fan of RRR, but
Yeah.
my friend Daniel, who's like the biggest fan in the world of that movie, he's watched a lot of these other Indian movies. Oh, hey, how's it going?
Hey, yo.
And he says that like RRR is just better, like like even compared to the other ones. So I don't know
Well,
how motivated I am to watch a bunch of other like 2-hour, 45-minute ones. So
I couldn't make it past 15 minutes of Triple R.
Oh,
But I
okay,
did
fair enough.
enjoy Pathan, even though it was crazy.
Oh my god, Pathan was so good.
That was so
Yeah.
insane, but it was at least it was enjoyable.
Right. Right. Well, first, I just want to say hey to Paul and Jason. How are you
Hello.
guys doing?
Very good. How are you guys?
Awesome.
Good.
Yeah,
Awesome, doing good.
good. Yeah, well, I just want to say again, just thank you to Paul and Jason also for joining, and to Sin and Jackson as well. Just yeah, how you guys doing? So I just want to kind of start off with each one of you. Just take it in turns. Jackson, we'll start with yourself. For anyone who doesn't know Jackson at Horsetooth Cinema, yeah, what do you cover on your channel?
Yes, I mostly do movie reviews over there. I mostly for new stuff coming out, although I do some movie reviews for some of my favorite films of all time as well. And then I also lately have been doing a lot of like list type content. So, for example, recently I did one on like the scariest movies I've ever seen. I've done a director ranking and have another director ranking in the books right now, or in the works, I should say. So, yeah, that's kind of what you can expect over there.
Yeah, sweet man. Well, that's awesome, and you've definitely been covering a lot of stuff as well recently, I've noticed. So yes, please go check out Jackson. Horsetooth Cinema, link is down below in the description box, as is any of my guests as well. Sin, what about you?
Yeah, I do reactions and movie reviews, show reviews, and we'll do live streams about once a month.
Yeah, I've been noticing you've doing like live streams, and it's been great to catch you live the other week as well. I know.
Yeah, that was exciting to see you there. I know it was really late for you, but it was great to see you there. So thank you very much.
Hey, welcome. I'm usually like a night owl a lot of the times, but
Me
when
too.
you go live,
Same.
I'm usually like asleep by that point.
Yeah, because you're like 5 hours ahead of us. I do have someone who joins my live stream as one of my guests. He's from Ireland, so he's like way late into the early hours of the morning on the live stream with us. But it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, they're a lot of fun when I was watching your live stream. So, yes, so please go check out Sin at Sin's Corner. Again, links down below in the description box. And what about yourself, Paul?
Yeah, so I started as a movie review channel, but I want to start doing, I've done movie reviews, TV show reviews, but I started diving into cinema as a whole, the problems that have been going on for the past 10 years. I started a new series called The Dark Age of Cinema, which I actually just finished writing the second episode to that, which was very exciting. And I do hope to get into some game reviews. There's one I've been mulling around with the game Earthbound. I don't know if you guys remember that, but it's my favorite game of all time. And how video games are a valid storytelling medium. So I want to, bring that to the world. It's not just, people playing Splatoon or whatever. There are very viable, very emotional stories in games. And I'll also be starting a live stream next Wednesday. So I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, sweet, man. And yeah, like your kind of Dark Age of Cinema, I checked out the first episode, it was really cool. I'm waiting for part 2. And yeah, it's great to see that since coming on kind of like Z Talks and doing live streams, you want to start with your own as well. That's
Absolutely,
awesome.
yeah. You're a big inspiration, Mike.
Oh, thank you, man. Oh, thank you. Well, no, but it's great to see that you're going to be doing live streams, and definitely please go subscribe to Paul's and go show him some love and support him with his first live stream as well. I'm really looking forward to that. And finally, last but not least, Jason, what about you?
Well, my channel, I cover both movies and music. Mostly movies. I do, recent watches, and also I love just doing a lot of rankings and lists. And music-wise, again, a lot of rankings and lists. Mostly cover music from the 60s, 70s era. It's kind of my favorite era of music. So I definitely talk a lot about albums from that period of time and all that. So, and I'm trying to start doing some more travel videos. It's something I want to try to do more.
Okay,
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Are you going anywhere soon, or
what?
I was just saying, are you going anywhere soon, or?
July 19th, I'm be going to Germany, Czech Republic, and Austria.
Oh, awesome, man! That's
nice.
definitely do some vlogs or something. Yeah.
I'll be there week, so that'll be interesting. And then I just wanted to kind of just travel just around the area, not too far, just do little videos.
Cool.
That'd be awesome, man. Yeah, because I know you recently did like a vlog when you went to see Guardians at AMC Legends and stuff.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, that was kind of my first try at it. I guess see if I could do it, and try to make a video of. Not, I just I was going to go see Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and I was like, well, I'll just showcase this area that I go to, which is like an outdoor shopping mall, and it's kind of a cool area. It's an area I go to a fair amount, and usually when people visit, I usually take them there because it's kind of a cool area because all the shops, and I mostly go just to go to the AMC theater there is my go-to theater, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome, man. And yeah, especially like you guys, all in America. Like, of course, I know like the states you guys are from, but don't know a lot about like maybe the area where you are, like nearby, maybe non-touristy sort of spots. So
yeah, like I have a lot of friends from like England and stuff like that. They wouldn't know anything about Kansas, so
right.
Right,
and like I'm from Colorado, but strangely, there's a lot of neighboring states that I haven't been to yet. So like Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico, I've all never been to, and there's great stuff to see in all those places.
Yeah.
Where in Colorado are you from? It's one of my favorite states.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, I'm from Fort Collins.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's where Colorado State University is. That's kind of the
yeah. So I usually go skiing there, and then like during the summer I go hiking the 14ers.
Oh, awesome, man! Which 14ers?
So I started with Elbert.
That's one I started with too.
Gray's, Torrey's. I think I did Uncompahgre Peak. Handy's I ran up, which was like the first time I ran up one of those, which I was,
trail runners are crazy, man.
It was actually my first trail run ever.
I've done it a couple times, and it's not for me, but
one of the coolest things, I was on Mount Democrat, and whatever. I usually like have my sandwich up there and just relax. Some people are like taking pictures. And out west, like you get these like nasty horse flies. So I was like, oh yeah, so many flies up on the summit. I've never seen that.
And it's strange that they go up so high, but they do.
It wasn't actually flies or bees or anything like that. It was two F-22s in the valley below, and they came up, and they were like basically 20 feet in front of my face, and they were just like circling the mountain. Yeah, it was pretty wild.
That's crazy.
Jeez. You guys need to start vlogging this stuff.
Absolutely. You should. Yeah.
And just so you guys know, so 14ers are mountains that they're like a term that most Coloradoans would know. It's mountains that are higher than 14,000 feet, which I think is like 4,000 meters or so. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I've never heard of that before, to be honest. So it's learn something new.
Yeah.
You guys need to do more vlogs though, because like Sin, you go to like theater every Thursday pretty much, and I'm just like, I've seen when you're like, when movies just finished, kind of fresh reaction.
Yeah, I do some of those every once in a while. Yeah,
but never like the actual theater you go to. Like that would be cool to see anyway. Just a suggestion.
Well, I did. Are you talking to me or are you talking to Jackson?
No, yeah, you guys. Yeah.
I think when my son and I went to go see the Halloween, because they replayed Halloween last year. They did Halloween
okay.
2018, like right up to Halloween ends, and so he'd never seen Halloween on the big screen, the original. So we went there and he was dressed as Michael Myers. So I did a bit of a vloggy sort of thing when I did that. And I've done some vlogs when I went to Dragon Con and when I went to Vegas. But yeah, those are fun. They are fun.
Oh, that's awesome. I'll have to go back and check it out. I didn't know you did that. So that's cool.
Yeah, a while back. Yeah.
Mike, do you have a go-to theater?
Yeah, so the cinema that I go to is the one that I've been going since I was like a kid. I've got like some of the old tickets, and now it's been refurbished and stuff. But I miss the kind of retro style it used to have, though, with like the old uncomfortable seats. I'm just used to them.
I don't miss those seats at all.
I don't know if it's just because I like older style cinemas, though.
Yeah,
so I kind of
I do too.
Don't get me wrong, like the new kind of like recliners they have are lovely, but it's just,
they are.
retro wooden seats. That's all.
No, I'm with you on that, Mike, for sure.
You have theaters where you can order your food at.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
No, they're pretty nice, Mike.
We don't have anything fancy like you guys have. Like the cinema I go to, it's a chain called Cineworld, which I believe is owned by AMC in America. You guys have?
Yeah, I've been to Cineworld a couple of times, like back when I was living in Ireland.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you'll know yourself. You know, like if you want food, you have to get it at like the kiosk before you go in.
Yeah.
Like they don't just bring it to you or anything like that. No, you don't get that luxury here.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wish. That would be cool.
I love like the theater experience, and like the more classic looking theaters really appeal to me, like where there's like old movie posters. Like I went to a View cinema in London, and they had like a scene from Singing in the Rain, but just like all the frames. I was like, oh, that's so cool. You know, it's like a nice classic movie. Like, I don't know. I really love that movie going experience. I saw this this YouTube channel that people like renovate their houses to like have a movie theater inside.
Man, that's so cool.
And some like hyper millionaire in North Jersey has like a lounge, like a popcorn stand, like the thing, and it's all in his basement. I'm like, I really want that, but I can't afford it.
Yeah. Well, like a lot of like filmmakers, like I know like Tarantino and Scorsese and stuff, they'll do like 35 millimeter screenings like in their houses. So they have to have some kind of setup that allows them to do that. And I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Yeah, I would love something like that though. But yeah, as you said, it's money and space and stuff as well. But yeah, one day, hopefully one day I will, and then have like a little tour kind of thing. But wait and see. But yeah, just want to employ everyone who's watching live after the fact. Again, links to Jackson, Sin, Paul, and Jason's channels are down below in the description box. Yeah, we've got quite a few comments, so we'll just get straight into them and we'll see what we've got. Starting off with Josh from Through the Lens saying, hey everyone. So, hey Josh. He says, watched Poltergeist today and thoroughly enjoyed it. A really campy but also creepy film with a unique message. Yeah, I've only seen it once. Jackson, what about you?
I'm like Pete. I still haven't seen it yet, but I don't get the flack that Pete gets for it.
I think it's because like Pete's always saying like, "Oh yeah, I'll watch it," and it's like that happens like every week. Yeah,
I've seen a couple other Tobe Hooper movies though. I mean, obviously Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I love that movie, but I also really like his direct-to-video movie Life Force. That's about space vampires.
Okay,
it's really entertaining. That one.
Never heard of that one.
Oh yeah, they played that one on like I think they played that one on like Comet TV or Pluto TV. I've just seen it in passing. Yeah, space vampires, I guess, is a good way to describe it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like these guys are out in space and they discover like this like borderline naked woman like frozen in time or something like that.
Like good looking naked woman in there.
That chick, she's
and then they take her because they're very horny, and then they decide to like they end up like risking a space vampire apocalypse basically.
Okay.
Oh man. Yeah, wouldn't we all do that?
Right.
That's kind of the theme of the movie.
Don't know if I
and
want to watch
cons.
that one. Yeah, pros and cons. I don't know if I want to watch that one now, actually, but you've got me interested. What about you, Sin? Have you seen Poltergeist?
I have. I think I've watched it only once all the way through because when I was a child and I was at my grandmother's house flipping through the channels, I came across this scene in Poltergeist that scarred me. This guy was like digging at his face, and it like he just started to like rip his face, and that just freaked me out so much. I changed the channel. It was so horrifying. And then a few years ago, I got together with I got together with some of my cousins, and because we like to watch horror movies, and I finally watched Poltergeist all the way through for the first time. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I've only seen the once as well, so I'm very similar to yourself. Been a while though.
Yeah, it has been a few years.
And Paul, what about you?
I've kind of been desensitized because I've actually seen Poltergeist and The Exorcist when I was like 5.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh Lord!
It's just like another movie. Like I was watching Jaws when I was 6. Like it was no big deal. But yeah, no, that Poltergeist. I haven't gone back to watch it. But I wouldn't mind doing a little rewatch.
I would love to know your thoughts of your parents at 5 years old, like Thomas the Tank Engine or Poltergeist.
Honestly, like, my parents gave me like free reign. So whenever like the debate goes into like, oh, do like violent movies and video games cause any issues? I'm like, not for me. I'm as nice as the next guy. I just, you got to view it as like a form of entertainment.
Yeah, sure.
There are like some scary movies that, I mean, I don't want to go near like zombie movies or like alien abduction movies because it's like a situation where, in Halloween, like you can get away with it, call the FBI, whatever. But like in a zombie apocalypse, nothing. Alien abduction, no control. Like I remember when I was like 10, I saw Fire in the Sky. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. And I had to sleep with the lights on for like a week straight.
Dang.
Never heard of that one.
It's based on a true story, supposedly, about this guy who says he was abducted by aliens. I've seen it once. I don't remember much about it. I wouldn't mind rewatching it.
It's like a quiet buildup in tension until you get to see the scene, which is like really horrifying. Joe Rogan actually had him on the show once to interview him about it.
Oh,
okay,
interesting.
Wow. Okay. Fire in the Sky. So, have you watched it since that time?
It's stupid scary. It's probably the scariest movie I've ever seen.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
It didn't the alien stuff doesn't scare me at all, but I can get why it would scare you. Like you said, it's something that's beyond your control.
Right.
So yeah.
Like the Thing definitely like scares me in that way, or like other kind of like Lovecraft movies for sure. Yeah, I totally get that.
I get that. I might have to add Fire in the Sky to the list. Yeah, that never heard of it.
1993.
Yep, early 90s.
Okay.
With the actor D.B. Sweeney.
Sweeney and Robert Patrick. I forgot he was in it.
Yeah. So D.B. Sweeney was also in the live action adaptation of Spawn. Little pop culture trivia.
Okay.
Never seen Spawn, so I wouldn't know.
Not great.
I've heard. That's why I've avoided it. And Jason, what about you? Have you? Maybe a silly question, but have you seen Poltergeist?
No.
Well, I know you're not big into horrors, so that's why I still want to ask you, just in case.
Yeah, and my parents, I couldn't watch radar movies growing up at all. It was total. My parents were total against it. It was only until I was 18, I graduated from high school, that my parents finally were like, okay, you're an adult, you can do whatever you want. But of course, I would go to my friend's house and watch radar movies and just, not tell my parents. That's how that was the loophole around it. But
do you remember what the first one you watched was?
Radar movie?
Yeah.
Speed.
Okay. That's a good one. Yeah. I think mine, I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure mine was My Cousin Vinny. and my parents showed
That's
it
a
to me,
great
and
movie.
that one's just like, you
Is
know,
that rated R?
cussing, and yeah, it's rated R just for cussing. I think there might be a little nudity in it, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember that much. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I got a lot
Same
of
like-
lawyer friends, and they said that it's the most accurate depiction of lawyers in a movie.
Okay, I need to go back and rewatch it because that's really funny, actually.
That's funny. I haven't seen that movie in years, but yeah, I remember enjoying that one though. Yeah, I get you. But no, that's awesome. Well, Josh, firstly, glad to hear that you enjoyed Poltergeist, and we've got Mac chats as well. So hey, Mac, he says, just in response to Josh, glad you enjoyed it. It's good to watch. The follow-ups are watchable fun. Just avoid the remake.
There's a remake.
Oh, okay,
I
yeah.
didn't know there was a remake.
Yeah.
I remember when
Yeah.
that came out. I remember seeing trailers for it when I was a
okay.
kid, but I don't. At least I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
But I've heard the sequels are okay.
Yeah, I've not seen the sequels, and I think I heard I might have seen the remake actually. I can't remember, but I don't think it was anything memorable though. So you guys are probably saving yourself some time of your life, to be honest.
There you go.
I got Lewis saying, evening one, hey, you're all good. Hey Lewis, hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in. Roddy, so hey Roddy, he says, has Pete seen Poltergeist? I don't know, ask him at 9:30 when he comes on.
He said on his stream yesterday that he
Window.
started it and then he just fell asleep. So he needs to go back and actually watch it, the full thing. But
I heard that as well, Jackson. I don't know if he's watched it today, maybe.
we'll see.
I've got no idea. You'd have to ask Pete. We've got True Action Star. So, hey, True Action. He says, evening Z-Man. Have you ever heard of Ryan of the Night? Be careful with Ryan. Stick, you don't want to break it.
For God's sakes, don't break it. No.
I think
can't
I've
do it
heard
like
this.
Nigel.
I was gonna say I think I've heard this joke, but it's like Nigel does it the best. So I'm not gonna try.
Yeah, I don't get the joke, but I keep seeing it.
I don't
Yeah,
know if I get it either, but I do think it's funny.
when Nigel does it, it's funny. So we'll wait till 9:30. Nigel will be on. Well, thank you for tuning in, Action. Josh says, "Have you guys seen the trailer for Poor Things? It looks amazing."
Mm-mm.
Yes, I have, and it looks very weird. It looks different, a little bit different from what Yorgos Lanthimos usually does. It's a lot more like colorful and overtly like arty, if that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to check it out. I'm not a fan of the only movie I've seen from him, which is The Lobster. But I do want to check out some of his other stuff. Yeah.
Okay, I know who you're talking about now because I know Elliot from IMO recently reviewed The Lobster not long ago.
Yeah, I like the first half of it, but after the second half of it kind of lost me. So
Is it artsy like Wes Anderson movies, or just a different type of artsy?
similar, but like it has the same kind of artificiality that his movies have, but it's a lot like darker.
Oh, okay.
And like kind of black comedy a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, I get you. So Jackson's seen Poor Things trailer. Sin, have you seen it?
No, have not. I don't even know who's in it.
Willem Dafoe, Emma Stone. So that's a reason for Mike to watch it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Right after this stream, okay. Paul, have you seen this trailer?
I haven't. No. Yeah, I'm curious to see what it's about.
Yeah, same. And Jason?
I've just seen Josh kind of post stuff about it, but that's all I know.
Yeah, I know Josh is into a lot of art kind of style based movies, so yeah, it's understandable. But I'll check it out because Emma Stone hasn't been anything for a while. I feel like.
Yeah, it does seem like that. What was the last thing? Like Cruella, or
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That might
Maybe
have been that's a while ago now, maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Cruella?
That was like a 2 or 3 years ago.
That wasn't
right?
5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
I think it was a
Oh,
couple
I think it
years
was
ago.
like 2017.
No,
No.
I remember when it came out. It was
2021.
it was like 2021, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like after the
Yeah.
world ended.
Well,
I segment my life into the.
Well, I know. Yeah.
I think Emma Stone was in Cruella, but then I think the last movie she was maybe in was a film called The Favourite, if I'm not mistaken.
that was before.
What about
Cruella.
La La
Oh,
Land?
okay.
Yeah.
It was
Oh, but
also
if-
La La Land, right?
Yeah, I think that was also. I think that was also even before The Favorite.
Yeah.
But that's the connection though with it, because The Favorite is also directed by the guy who's doing Poor Things.
Okay.
So
Right.
there's the connection. Yeah.
I get you. Wow, honestly, time's passed so quickly. I didn't really realize.
Yeah, I know.
Paul Ford Corella was like 6 years ago, so goes
I know.
I get you. Lewis says, yeah, that stream was great. Had on till the end. Well, thank you, Lewis, for tuning in to the episode 40, man, and guys. And yeah, Josh said that was an incredible stream, Mike. Did so well, and it was a noble thing you did for charity. Love what you do, man. Well, thank you, Josh. Again, well, thank you to you guys who's guests right now for joining me for that stream as well. So yeah, I really appreciate it. It's good to be back. Good to be back. Let's have a look. True action. Pete has more chance seeing the wife's woman than one thing. Well, at 20 past 8, we've already got our first excellent comment of the night. well, who knows? We'll pick it up with on 9:30. I've got Winslow saying hello. So hey, Winslow.
The Winslow wave.
Winslow wave, yeah.
Winslow wave. That's it. Z-Man, charity stream was incredible. You should be proud. Well, thank you, True Action, and thank you for tuning in for that stream as well, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys for the kind words. I've got Cy Robson saying hi, everyone. So, hey, Cy. Well, and Josh says, how do you guys feel about The Northman? I feel like it's Eggers' biggest film and maybe his best. I think The Lighthouse has a better atmosphere, but the story of The Northman is better. Okay, I've seen it. I think, Jason, you've seen it, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Jackson, have you seen it?
Yep.
Yeah, Sin?
Mm-hmm.
And Paul?
That was my second review for the channel.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Right.
dang.
Cool.
It's one of my earliest reviews that got like a lot of views, so it's a memorable one for me too. Yeah.
All right, cool. So we've all seen it, which is awesome. So we can talk spoilers if we need to. So we'll start with Sin first.
I liked it okay. I wasn't super crazy, but I didn't hate it. I just wasn't super into it. I really liked the fight scene at the end. It reminded me of the fight scene in episode 3, on Mustafa.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was really cool. There was something about that. It didn't last very long, but I just really loved how that played out and the way they captured the scene. That's really the only thing that stands out to me. But it's also kind of like a remake of like Hamlet, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Like another version of Hamlet.
Yeah,
And I'm not crazy about Shakespeare, so it was okay. I thought he did fine, and I thought he was great in the performance, but it's just not something that's huge for me.
Okay, yeah. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. And Jason, what about you?
Yeah, I really hated The Northman. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I put it in my top 10 worst movies of the year list, and I think it was pretty far down the list of movies I really hated that year. It was such a weird movie and very disturbing in some scenes where I had to shut the movie off and walk away because I was just too disturbed to keep watching, and probably shouldn't have kept watching, but I was like, well, I got this far, I guess I'll keep watching. And I watched it and just hated it so much.
Okay, yeah. Well, I know, like, personally, though, I know you're not really into that kind of movie, so to say, and especially if it's, like, disturbing.
I like action, but I don't know. This just disturbed me. There's some scenes with kids and stuff that I just didn't like. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well, not for everyone, so I get you. Paul, what about you?
So I actually really, really loved it. The cinematography, like the scene capture, where you're like just, looking at at all the scenery. I think they shot it in Iceland, which is a country I'd love to visit. And like, yeah, you said it's a remake of Hamlet. I do like Shakespearean stuff, especially when it's remade, for modern audiences. Obviously, I guess the character that plays Ophelia goes crazy, and it's a story about revenge, which actually also reminded me that The Lion King is basically Hamlet.
Yeah.
So, wait a minute, hold on.
A friend of mine calls it baby's first Hamlet.
Yeah. I mean, for me, the cinematography was phenomenal. Alexander Skarsgård was like a great performance. Obviously he juiced up for that, but there's no way you can lift that heavy in 5 months and become huge. I actually really liked it. I haven't seen The Lighthouse. It's like high up on my list to check out. And then wasn't it The Witch was Eggers' other film?
Oh, that was his too. Okay.
Yeah. So like, I mean, after seeing The Northman, I actually really want to check out his other films. The dude is my age, which is kind of like really weird. I'm like, what am I doing with my life then? I'm like putting out a movie or whatever.
Right. And he's only done 3 films so far, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, his next one is he's going to remake Nosferatu. He is doing, I think Bill Skarsgård's in that. I think he's going to be playing Nosferatu, so that should be fun.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I feel like his movies are known for being disturbing, aren't they?
I don't know about, like, I mean, he's definitely a horror filmmaker.
Unsettling. The Witch is
Unsettling.
unsettling.
Yes. Yeah. I put The Witch on my like scariest movies I've seen list just because of the atmosphere does really get to me. That one, but and then The Lighthouse is not really as much of a horror movie, but it is. There's a lot of disturbing imagery in it for sure. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I've heard. That's why I kept it.
Yeah.
And I should have known that before watching The Northman. The only reason why I watch The Northman is because people are like, "Oh, it's the best movie of the year." So I'm like, "Okay, I'll watch it." And now I know better. I should do my
Top Gun Maverick was the best, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see The Lighthouse because Robert Pattinson's kind of growing on me. I loved him in Tenet, and I actually really, really enjoyed him in The Batman. So yeah, I want to check out more of his stuff aside from Breaking Dawn or whatever.
Don't count those.
Have you seen Good Time with Robert Pattinson? Oh, check that out. That's I think probably his best role. He is a awful person in that movie, but he's so convincing. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I watched Good Time before the Batman Jackson. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Good movie. And Jackson, what about you? Have you seen Northman? And what do you think?
Yeah, I really like it. I think I put it in my top 10 of last year. It's for me, I do feel like it's Eggers' weakest film, just because I feel like the budget, like there were clearly like some compromises he had to make. I think that telling the story in a bit more of like a non-linear way would have helped a little bit more. But I still think that it's really impressive what he managed to do his first time working with a studio on like a $90 million budget or whatever. So I mean, I really like all the weird psychedelic stuff in it. I like the fight at the end. Had a great time with it.
Awesome. Yeah. So it seems as if it's kind of like mixed opinions anyway. Like Jackson, Paul, you guys loved it. Sin was like, yeah, it was good. And Jason hated it. As for myself, very quickly, I found myself pleasantly surprised by the movie because I remember watching I've only seen The Witch once when it was in cinema, and I was like nearly falling asleep. I didn't like the movie. And then I watched The Lighthouse, and I was like, it wasn't too bad. Like Patterson and Dafoe do a great performance. And then The Northman, I was thinking, maybe not. But I actually walked out pleasantly surprised. I really liked the movie.
Cool.
Not seen it since though, so I can't comment. But
I watched it once on Peacock when it was there because it didn't do very well in cinemas, and I wanted to support it again in some way. And I enjoyed it the second time as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I love the cinematography in that movie, though. I will say that, and the on-set kind of location and the props and builds that they had.
There's a really good like oneer that they do through when he's like tearing through that village. And they do an homage to this really disturbing war movie called Come and See. Probably one of my favorite war movies, but yeah.
Okay.
Got to put that on the list.
It's a rough one. It's like one of the most disturbing movies you'll ever see for sure.
I've heard my son has watched that, or I think he's seen parts of it, or maybe he's seen the whole thing. He really likes it.
It's very disturbing.
What's the title?
It's Come and See.
Come and See. It's a foreign language, right? It's a
it's a Russian movie.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, never heard of it. So that's cool to know though, but definitely not for Jason, no.
I'd say, why do you want to do that to yourself? I just don't understand it.
Sure. Well, for me, I mean, like I like, you know, with a war movie, you know, I war is like a really terrible thing, and I want the movie to make me feel, you know, kind of the truth of it, if that makes sense. But yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I like to sleep at night. That's just me.
Yeah, I guess I mean I still sleep at night, but yeah.
Movies don't scare me that way.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a child, Michael Myers scared the absolute crap out of me when I was a child, and Night of the Living Dead, a scene in there that really disturbed me was when the zombie child killed her mother.
Yeah.
That really bothered me a lot. But as an adult, it doesn't really, I mean, I still get nightmares of Michael Myers, but I can watch a scary story and it doesn't keep me from going to sleep or anything.
Right.
Yeah, same here, same kind of like yourself when I was younger, kind of same effect kind of thing. Yeah. I remember like as like maybe very early teenager, I'd watch a horror movie and then I'd have to watch like SpongeBob afterwards.
Gotta cleanse your palate.
Yeah. Otherwise I would like, when I was like going upstairs in the dark, I was like,
yes,
like
they're there, right?
Because the smart, there's not the smart, not so smart thing is, I'd always watch demon possession movies. I don't know why. And then I'd need SpongeBob, but yeah, good now though. We've got Josh Adden. He says, "I heard Hypnotic isn't great,
no,
but hope you enjoy it." And hate Jackson and Sin. So this was before Jason joined. So you'll have to let us know, Sin. I'm intrigued.
I will. I'm going to do a review tonight.
Well, we've got Cy adding to it. He says, I fancy Hypnotic. You can't beat William. Is it Fitchner?
Oh, yeah. He's awesome. I love him as an actor in like
in The Dark
everything.
Knight.
Yeah.
And Equilibrium.
I'm look this guy up because I'm trying to remember.
You know him. You know him.
You
As
know
soon as
him.
you
Yeah,
see
he's
his
been in
face,
everything.
he's one of those guys.
If you guys
yeah, he is good. Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think.
Yeah. So
okay, right. Yes, I know
you. He was also in one of my favorite series, Prison Break, in the second season.
Heard of
He
that.
played the bad guy.
Oh, okay.
Right.
He's a good bad guy.
I think he's mainly known for being a bad guy.
A lot of times. I have actually seen him in something where he wasn't a bad guy. That was Equilibrium. Sci-fi.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in there, but he wasn't bad. I just recognized him because because he and Christian Bale were both in that movie, and he was also in The Dark Knight.
Yeah, I saw him once in like a funny role. I don't know if you guys remember the movie Go with Katie Holmes from like '98, but he played like him and his wife played these Amway like salespeople, like this multi-level marketing scammers, and he played an FBI agent, and when like the movie star came in to try to sell drugs to Sarah Polley's character, they tried to also get her to purchase Amway products. It was really like it's a very like he was fantastic in that one scene.
I've never heard of that one, mate. Never heard of it.
Good one.
Yeah, man. But yeah, great actor though.
Yeah.
Great actor. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the best part of Hypnotic, to be honest.
Probably.
We get it on Monday in the UK as like an early advanced screener, which isn't
really?
early because you guys get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's weird. We've got Josh adding into a different subject, and one he's saying Bo is afraid is 3 hours and fails it. I like that movie, but it's extremely exhausting for someone like me with high anxiety already. Okay.
I still haven't seen this one. It's I've been just working so much lately, and I've had a hard time to like find a screening for it. And it might be leaving my local like art house theater soon because it's not doing well.
Okay, yeah. I think we get it on the 19th of May in the UK. I might be wrong.
I'll fly over and catch it there. No.
Yeah, might still be shown in September. You never know.
It's gonna compete against Fast and the Furious 10, man. I don't know.
We don't get that like this week. I think we get it next month, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh, is it this week that it's comes out? Because I saw a trailer.
Is it?
Yeah, because I finally
Next
went to see.
weekend, okay.
Okay, yeah, because I finally went to see Evil Dead Rise last night, and I saw the trailer, but I don't remember when it was coming out.
Oh, how was Evil Dead Rise?
I liked it. I mean, I like all of the Evil Dead movies that I've seen, but it's for me, it's kind of, I would put it on par with the 2013 movie, and I just prefer the kind of the tone of the first three movies. But
Oh, the ones with Bruce Campbell.
the ones with Bruce Campbell, I just like more. But it was decent. There was some inventiveness, especially in the last like 15 minutes that I really liked. So, no, I enjoyed it enough. I'll probably have a review out for that pretty soon. I did a little like letterboxed one. So,
Yeah, I saw your letterbox review.
yeah. That sums up my thoughts pretty well.
I was just about to say I'm not gonna say what stars you gave it for any kind of spoilers or anything.
Okay.
Watch it, so I get you. Sai saying about Northman being based Hamlet. Yeah, we've seen that already.
Yeah, he's saying that it's the actual Northman myth
before?
that Shakespeare made his Hamlet drama.
Yes.
on.
okay,
Yeah, so
apologies.
I sort of misspoke when I said it's a remake of Hamlet, but that's just because that's what most people are familiar
Right.
with that.
Yeah. Well, I said that in my review, and everyone in the comments was like, "Give me shit for it." I'm like, "Oh, okay." But,
Really?
you know, yeah, it's a weird thing to nitpick over, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, people find things to nitpick over all the time.
Shakespeare,
Oh yeah.
Right.
Like the way you pronounce certain words. Like I remember I mentioned like the wrong pronunciation of the guy that wrote All Quiet on the Western Front, and some comment was like, "Oh God, that made my ears hurt." I'm like, I'd never heard the word being said. So, yeah.
Also, like German pronunciation is not.
I
easy.
know.
Like
The dude was French. Like,
Yeah.
he was French. You're right.
yeah, like so his last name is Remarque, but I thought it was Remarque. It's like QUE at the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Oh,
In
yeah.
English, we could pronounce it that way. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is with some people with pronunciations. I mean, obviously, of course, if we can do it, great, but some of them you just can't.
I know.
Right.
Like if you're like, there's a couple languages I'm like familiar enough with that I can pronounce them correctly. But like if you're not, like who cares? You know, people just assume like you're probably not familiar with it. Like
Right. But, like, we're all small enough that we have to pay attention to the comments. Like, but Joe Rogan's like, don't ever pay attention to comments. Like, just you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's because he's monstrous, so
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
he can
Right.
afford to.
Yeah.
11 plus million
Right,
subscribers
right.
versus like us, you know.
Exactly.
He's not replying to any comments, whereas us, we reply to like every one of them. I get you. I've got Adam from What the Gym. So,
Adam.
hey, Adam. He says, hey, guys, what's your favorite movie vehicle? Don't mention the DeLorean.
Yeah. We get this
How can he
question
not,
all the
though? Like,
time.
Well, we'll start with Jackson.
Shoot.
maybe come back to me. Actually, I have to think about this for a second.
Okay. Sin?
Gosh, I can't think of like right off the top of my head, but the first thing that pops into mind is not a movie. It was from a TV show. So I'm just going to go with that. I'm going to cheat and go with that. I
Uh-oh.
loved that car in the original Knight Rider. I was obsessed with Kit. I wanted Kit.
Yeah.
So that would be my favorite one.
Okay. A little bit
I-
cheating, but
I know I can't. It's because I can't think of a movie vehicle right now.
I think
That's
I
my
came up with one I really like. So in Django Unchained, I really like the wagon that with the tooth on top that Dr. King Schultz has.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. I didn't think of that one, actually.
Yeah. I only thought of it because I was thinking of like what are some good like cars in movies, and I remember that Tarantino did this exhibit, or like he was talking about doing this thing where he would take all of the vehicles from his movies and do like a road show around the country, and like that was one of them. So I was like, oh, okay, like that's a really good one. So
That's a good pick. I mean, Max, I know you the Eleanor Ford Mustang from Gone in 60 Seconds.
Ooh, yes, that's a nice one.
Paul, what about you?
Yeah, so if I can't say the DeLorean and Eleanor was already mentioned, there's and this is a very obscure pop culture reference. There was a show in the 80s called Airwolf about
I remember that.
crime fighting helicopter.
Yeah,
And I always remember how like it would like pop out and like put Hellfire missiles out. It was
I love
so
the theme
it was
song.
so campy, but yeah, I'd have to say that if I can say that.
It was kind of like the Air's version of Kit, sort of. That's how I
Yep,
viewed
yep,
Airwolf.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I've heard of that show from AJ Movie Place YouTube channel, but that's the only reason I know about it. But
Yeah, it's totally forgettable.
fair enough. And Jason, what about you?
The car in this movie,
Yeah, that was the other one I was thinking of. I was
Aston Martin.
Aston Martin, James
Yeah.
Bond. Yeah, that would work.
So cool. And I want the rejector seat too in it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I can just
That would
eject
be
people
awesome.
out of it.
That would be awesome. I think for me, maybe the bass tumbler from Dark Knight.
Tumbler.
I think
Yeah.
that would be mine.
Especially when it
go
turns
with
into a
DeLorean-
bike.
Right, exactly. That's pretty cool. But yeah, obviously DeLorean, but I can't go with that one. So thank you for the question, Adam. We've got Dimension Scott saying hello, fellas, and of course, lady. So hey, Scott, hope you're well. Adam says I would love to join on the next C talk as it's the 42nd one. 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Does anyone know where that's from?
Is it Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Or?
Yeah,
Mm.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It's like what?
Yeah.
I was thinking of the movie 42 with Jack.
I was
Boseman,
too
and
at
I was like,
first.
On
Yeah.
movie 42?
Yeah,
It's so in the book, I don't know if it was in the movie, but they try to come up with like the ultimate theory of everything, and the answer is 42.
It's just 42.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've not seen that movie, so I don't get the reference, but Mac does. So I'm glad Mac and you guys do. But yeah, in regards to Z-Talks, I'll get in touch with you, Adam. Don't worry. We got Josh saying, I rewatched most of Midsummer last night for a video I'm planning, and I love it. Super bleak and ironic because of the bright colors conflict in the tone. What do you guys think of it? Okay.
I hated
well, firstly, Josh, I want to know.
Boy, you're not asking my kind of questions, Josh.
Yeah. Well, firstly, before we get to the guests, I want to know, Josh, why did you rewatch most of it? Why did you not rewatch the whole thing? And that's what I want to know, Josh. If you're still watching, let us know. So yeah, since you hated it.
Oh, I couldn't stand it. That movie almost completely put me off of Florence Pugh forever. I just could not stand her character, and just I hated the whole thing. Was just so stupid to me. Yeah, that's how I feel about that. That's why I'm not going to watch Beau is Afraid, because I wasn't
Right.
crazy about Hereditary either, and then I hated Midsommar even more. So I'm like, nope, not going to watch it.
Wow.
That's
okay.
how I feel about that.
Well, I was going to say something with Ari Aster, the director of that. Like, so I wasn't huge on Hereditary. I liked Midsommar a little bit more, but didn't really like it. So a bit like you, I was a bit like, well, why am I going to put myself through Beau is Afraid if I didn't like Beau?
Exactly.
Good friend of mine doesn't really like either of those though, and he loved Beau is Afraid. So I feel like it's kind of dividing even Ari Aster fans. So.
Oh man, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so Sin wasn't a fan. Jason, have you seen Midsommar?
No, never.
Love the disgust by that question there, Jason.
No, never.
That's fair. Well, Paul, what's your thoughts on Midsommar if you've seen it?
My nephew, if he's watching, is gonna kill me. He's wanted me to watch this movie, and I watched it, but I fell asleep in the middle because it was just like late at night, so I never finished it. I got up to the part where it was like the cliff scene. I don't want to put on any spoilers, and I was just like 11:30 at night after like a long work day. I'm like, I got to go to bed. Like I'll finish this another time, and then I just haven't. Sorry, Matt. That's my nephew. He's like, oh, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. It's so weird. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that cliff scene's disturbing.
Yeah,
that's all I'll say.
Yeah,
I didn't expect it. So okay, and finally, Jackson, what about you?
I might be alone on this one, but I really like it. I get why people don't like it, but I do kind of like the Ari Aster has a really weird, like, he's so like cruel to his characters to the point where it's kind of funny. Like all of his movies kind of have this dark comedy thing going on. And I just really like the way it deals with the sort of like relationship dynamic in it. Like I like how, I mean, I've talked to like women who have watched the movie will be like, I kind of understand where she's coming from at the end. And like, and I'm watching it, I'm like, like, I don't agree with him, but like he did not deserve that kind of thing.
No, he didn't. I absolutely take a complete departure from any women that sympathize or any woman that sympathizes. Well, I just could not stand her character.
Yeah,
And
I get it, but I can sympathize with her a little bit.
But happened. He was
it is. Oh, that's the thing. Is it totally is
influence.
out of his control?
Yeah, and then she's sitting there with the big upside down frown, with stupid flowers on, and
Yeah, like
I couldn't.
Yeah,
no, I just got an all caps text. You gotta watch Midsommar.
He's watching the stream.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Matt if you're watching. Thank you for watching as well, by the way.
Isn't Will Poulter in it?
Yes, he is.
Oh wow, I forgot he.
And he plays Adam Warlock, and doesn't he look like different?
Yeah,
I forgot he was in there.
I forgot he was in that as well. Yeah.
I know the guy who plays Chidi on The Good Place. He's in it, but I don't remember some of the other cast. Yeah,
but Will Poulter like really bulked up or something. I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's
he used to be a kind of skinny guy. And
have you guys seen We're the Millers?
Yes.
Yeah.
That guy. Okay.
That's the first movie I've seen him with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's totally different.
Oh yeah, completely jacked up for Guardians.
Oh, yeah, totally jacked up.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I like Will Poulter though.
I like him.
But thank you for the question, Josh. We've got Anthony A. Perez in the house. He says, Rob and I hate you that you made us watch Battlestar Wars. Well, firstly, hey, Anthony. And secondly, for you guys that might not be aware of this, Monday coming, I'm doing a terrible movie collab series with several YouTubers. And I made Anthony watch an Asylum movie based on Star Wars, which is his thing, Star Wars. So, yeah, I'm excited to hear your thoughts, man.
And is he talking about Rob from Exploitation Reviews or?
No, you know Rob from the Big Rob Theory?
Yeah, okay, yeah. There's a lot of Robs.
Yeah. So I'm interested to hear if huge Star Wars fans thought on the Asylum Star Wars movie. That'll be fun.
Okay.
And we've got Ryan, because Ryan was meant to join the stream, but he's saying he's having an internet connection, so he can't join. So that's all good. But he does ask, has Guardians of the Galaxy got you more excited in where the MCU goes? For me, no, but it's a good movie, though. All right, well, Jason, I'll start with you this time.
Yeah, like I said, like, MCU is just one bad movie after another. It's just, they're really on a downturn. And I thought, well, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will save it, hopefully. And anyways, I didn't like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 either. So I'm still like, it's still on a downturn in my opinion. And I don't see any movie really bring it up. The Marvels, that's the next one. I mean, that's not going to make it even better.
It's gonna be bad.
Yeah. So I don't see any good coming out of MCU really right now. It's just on a spiral downturn. I know, Paul, I think you've done videos on Marvel or something like that and the problems with Marvel. And I agree with what you said in your video.
Yeah, I mean, so like when they said it, like they made Iron Man 1 just as a one-off before Disney bought him. But after Disney bought him, Disney bought them, I believe, in 2006, but Iron Man was still getting made.
In 2008,
Feige had like a 10-year vision, like this is how we're gonna get up to Infinity War. And so like it was very carefully planned, strategized, and then once Endgame came through, they're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna like wing it, not have a plan. And well, this is what happens when you don't have a plan. I mean, I the Eternals was the first movie I haven't seen. I gave up during the middle of Shang-Chi, couldn't finish it. But as far as Guardians of the Galaxy 3, it's got its faults. My favorite part was the Rocket Raccoon origin story. I thought Adam Warlock was completely pointless. It's like a waste of an awesome character. And then, Gamora was like on the ship for like half the movie, so we didn't really get much out of her. I mentioned in my review that Drax had kind of a nice like story arc. Like he was getting over the death of his wife and daughter, and then at the end of the movie, I don't want to say what happens, but he kind of regains that like fatherly love for those kids.
Yeah.
So that was like a nice end to the story arc. But like Star-Lord was kind of underdeveloped. Like he was still pining over Gamora. Yeah, it felt kind of like not very resolved. Nebula was like the same thing. The thing about Mantis and Star-Lord being half brothers, like that's a reference to a Disney Plus special that like probably 90% of the audience hadn't seen. So it's kind of like maybe a little like 2 extra minutes of exposition could have been like, oh, okay, yeah, like we're whatever.
Yeah.
It's tricky that even when they do that though, because like in Doctor Strange 2, like there's a mix of that where it's like there's stuff that you don't understand unless you've seen WandaVision, and then they explain it to you, and it still doesn't make any sense. At least it doesn't resonate anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think they went like Disney Marvel at like wholesale. They went to like they are pushing on all cylinders, and the quality is like really suffering. The special effects on a lot of the new movies like Doctor Strange 2, I thought it was like pretty terrible. That was like
I at least like that one had the Sam Raimi weirdness a little bit.
But
like Thor: Love and Thunder especially like was pretty,
Yeah, I mean the problem with like Disney is they don't tend to hire directors, they cast them. It's like they already have the plan for the movie, and like you're supposed to do what we tell you, and you're not going to get like I want to say it was in my Guardians review, I mentioned that Kenneth Branagh was allowed free reign, and we got a great first Thor movie. It was like a classic fantasy film. It was great. But when you're telling directors what to do, movies kind of lose their artistic flair.
Yep, absolutely.
Like they fired one director that was going to do Ant-Man, and they got Peyton Reed. And so they do kind of stuff like that, where if they like what the director's doing, they just get rid of them sometimes, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's like
you have Chloe Zhao as the Eternals director.
Yeah,
she's a fantastic director, but she's not allowed to do it the way she views it. It's very limiting to the art form.
Go on, Jackson. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, what you were talking about there. I kind of felt it a little bit for the new Evil Dead movie. It feels a little bit like, because I've heard that they want to keep like making new ones every 2 or 3 years now, and it kind of. In this one, I didn't really feel much of like an authorial like stamp on it. It just felt like a bunch of different ideas for an Evil Dead movie that are tonally kind of clashing, put together. And it's still fun, but it doesn't really feel like it's somebody's vision, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know about you guys very quickly. I said this in my like full discussion video quickly on Evil Dead Rise. The problem I've got with that movie is that if they don't make a sequel to it, so this is a spoiler. If you haven't watched Evil Dead Rise, get out of here for a couple of minutes and come back. But like, of course, they start off with like this scene at like a remote cabin at the beginning. Right. Then it goes on to the family, which is the main story. Then the ending leads into that beginning cabin scene. But if they don't make a sequel to that movie directly, that whole cabin thing is absolutely pointless in the movie because it doesn't follow on.
I think dead end. My thought was that they just wanted to do that because they wanted to have the classic Evil Dead stuff of like the demon like flying through the forest and having a cabin in the woods setting. And I don't know if it makes like it pointless if they don't do a sequel to that, but it didn't really hold much weight for me in the movie anyway. So,
but at the same time, so I get what you mean, Jackson. It was paying homage to like the original Evil Dead movies, which they all have. But in respect, in a way though, is if they don't do anything with that, of course, the demon's now in the cabin. But like, what's it going to do there?
Oh,
like,
sure, okay.
No one's at that cabin. Like, is it just chilling there till the end of time? Like,
well, is it because the 2013 one isn't really connected to Evil Dead Rise, is it?
Well, there's the book.
Right. Well, yeah,
Doesn't
obviously
that show up in all of them? Right?
exactly, but that just has the
Okay.
same Evil Dead elements. But I just mean in the same like.
I don't think
there's
there was
nothing that it says
anything
it takes place in the
direct
same
by.
universe. So I feel like that's what they might be doing is just doing like different like kind of anthology ones almost.
Yeah. It's a bit of a weird one. But going back to the question very quickly, though, I want to go to Sin this time. So, Sin, what do you think about this one?
I pretty much agree with Ryan. I actually liked Guardians of the Galaxy. It was really sad and depressing, but I enjoyed it overall. But it does not make me at all excited in where the MCU is going. And I have felt ever since Endgame that was the peak, and it was going to be just downhill from there with maybe some bright spots here and there. Like, No Way Home. I really enjoyed that. I liked Guardians of the Galaxy. I enjoyed the Wakanda Forever movie. It's not the strongest, but I didn't hate it. But yeah, the MCU just like, and there are films that I haven't seen, shows I haven't seen, and I have no plans to see them. I never saw Eternals. I never saw Thor. I don't plan to see the Marvels. I am looking forward to Kraven the Hunter though, but that's like a Sony Marvel thing.
It's funny enough, when I was in London, I was walking around Richmond Park and they were filming reshoots for the Marvels. And they're telling you like, go this way, like you can't go. I'm like, obviously you guys know me. I'm a very friendly, affable guy. So I strike up a conversation with two of the assistants. And I'm like, what movie? Like, it's like, oh, we can't tell you, but it's coming out in November. I'm like, oh, okay. I can kind of figure it out. I'm like, oh, it's reshoots. Like, I heard that it's a really bad movie. Like, what's up? And even they're like, yeah, it's absolutely awful.
Oh my goodness!
And the reshoots were extensive, according to the people working on the film.
Dang, I'm surprised they said that much. That's so funny.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, right? So, Sin, I'm going to agree with you immediately. I've got no interest in seeing the Marvels. I've openly said this, and I'm not going to go see it. I wasn't a fan of Captain Marvel. The Marvel, that Miss Marvel show, I didn't watch it. I know the spoilers. That's it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't like that Miss Marvel's meant to be not great. Wasn't a fan of Captain Marvel. I'd only want to see it for like Monica Rambeau and like Nick Fury. But I was like, that's not enough to entice me to watch that film. So, like yourself, saying there's certain things in Marvel, I'm just like, I don't want to watch it. I have no intentions to.
You feel like
I watched everything up to that point. The Eternals was the first movie I skipped out on. And I feel like I wish I hadn't seen Captain Marvel. I cannot stand that movie for various reasons. But after Endgame, I was like, I don't care. I'm not going to watch. Oh, I'll watch this. I don't care if I don't see things that tie in. I can always just go read the Wikipedia on it or something, like I tend to do a lot.
Well, one YouTuber I listened to said that the Marvels will be like Christmas for YouTubers, because it basically the first movie was so bad that it launched a lot of our types of channels like into the stratosphere. Like we crap on Captain Marvel and like boom, 10,000 views.
Yeah, well, I don't feel like suffering through watching the movie just to do a rant about it. I just can't. So I'm skipping out on that one.
Does it feel like Blade is never going to come out?
I was getting ready to talk about Blade. It's not sounding good.
It doesn't sound good, does it?
The PG-13 is like a death, death time,
awful.
I think. And I'm not crazy with the casting. I've heard they keep firing directors. They brought in another writer to kind of finish things up. But no, I'm probably not going to go watch that either. Like, you can't PG-13 Blade. Come on.
No, you really can't.
What the heck?
I feel like Mahershala Ali's going to just quit the project at some point, but who knows?
I kind of wish he would, and they'd bring Wesley Snipes. That's who I want. I don't want Mahershala Ali as Blade. No.
I mean, Wesley Snipes and like Blade actually kind of launched the Renaissance in comic book movies.
Yes, that's true.
Was that before the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy?
Yes.
Or
yes.
You're right. Yeah, okay.
Blade was 98, I believe.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, and they've put like Raimi's Spider-Man into the MCU, and I mean, Blade would be awesome alongside like Deadpool, like it would fit into that kind of like that rated R kind of like violence, so to say, in MCU, because it seems like they're splitting them off for whatever the plan is. So
for me, I would get Raimi to come back, and I don't know if you guys watched the '90s Spider-Man cartoon, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
There was a whole story arc where Peter Parker turns into, like, he keeps mutating and turns into a spider, and they bring in Blade to try to kill him, and like a bunch of other characters like the Punisher. I would get Raimi to just remake that.
Okay.
Remake that season into one film.
It's a good idea, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 90s it's the series you're talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up on that. That because it was like Saturday mornings. It was Spider-Man and X-Men.
Yep.
I used
and
to
Ninja Turtles, like the tail end of the Turtles.
And then Batman, yeah.
The one I used to rent out of that all the time at Blockbuster was the Venom saga.
Yeah.
That their adaptation of that is like the best
fantastic
version that's ever been of that story. So
Yep.
I never saw that original 90s Spider-Man one, and I feel like I'm missing out big time.
You have to. It's on Disney Plus now.
On Disney Plus,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That and the X-Men animated series. That was great, and they're bringing the X-Men back.
I know.
It's like a direct continuation of the series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm intrigued. But yeah, I just want to thank Ryan for the question, and you guys expand on the Marvel stuff. Honestly, if we were talking Marvel, we'd be here hours. We haven't got hours, unfortunately, tonight. I might have to make a stream with Marvel though. Switching up from Marvel, however, we've got Minajul saying, hello, it's my favorite people. How's everyone holding up?
Hey.
Hey, hope you're doing well. Big Rob Theory saying, what does everyone? So, hey, Rob.
Hey.
Hope you're well. And got Traction saying, thoughts on Dirty Dancing? Bit of a big change of gears of MCU to Dirty Dancing. But okay.
That is a gear shift.
Yeah, I'll start
the original or the remake?
Oh.
There's a remake?
Dirty Dancing.
Or a sequel, Havana Nights.
Which
I haven't seen.
I haven't seen.
Right, yeah. There's like weird sequels to. There's also a sequel to Saturday Night Fever with John Travolta. It's called like Staying Alive. Yeah,
Staying Alive. Yeah.
Okay.
Directed by Stallone, I think.
That's the weirdest thing is that it's directed by Stallone, and I'm like, what?
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to watch that.
No.
I've seen Dirty Dancing once. That was like a few years ago. Just before COVID, I think they released for like an anniversary. So I've seen it once. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. Jackson?
I think I talked about this when we were on the Z Talks episode 40. I think because Nige was talking about how he hates it, and Matt is like, it's an 80s classic or whatever. I haven't seen it.
Okay, yeah. Sin?
It's okay. I'm not really into, like romantic type story. It's all right. One of the first memories that comes to my mind when I think of Dirty Dancing was that my family and I we went to the beach when it had just come out. It was like 87, something like that. And my mom and dad went off to the movie theater to watch it. And they came back and they were talking about how much they liked it, and they were demonstrating some of the dance moves in front of me. I was like,
okay.
That's stuck in my brain. It's okay though. I mean, it's not the worst you can do. But if you stop and think about the age difference between the two characters, it gets a little bit. But it's all right.
Just demonstrating the dance moves.
I know. It's just I'm just thinking about it. I just cannot forget it. Right there in the hotel, like in the kitchen area, and they're showing it to me. Okay.
Sorry for bringing those memories back, Sin. Blame Interaction for this one. Well, Paul, what about you? Have you got any memories of dance moves?
I know my sister loved Dirty Dancing. I watched it maybe once. For a romantic movie, it's fine. I wouldn't call it Patrick Swayze's best role. I have to say Point Break was pretty awesome, as was very tragically. I can't really watch this movie because it's so sad. Ghost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's such a sad movie. But I mean, he was great. He always seemed like a nice guy. So, when he got pancreatic cancer, I felt pretty bad for him.
Yeah, and I agree with you completely about Point Break too. That's an awesome one.
I still haven't seen. I think I've said this
Oh,
before.
you
I've
have
only
to.
ever seen Point Break remake.
The remake.
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Oh, man.
The
Yeah.
remake has one of I do a lot of rock climbing. That's kind of my main sport.
Okay.
Oh,
And
cool.
that is that movie has one of the worst rock climbing scenes I've ever seen in my life. the one where like they're climbing that really mossy like waterfall thing, and then the guy's like hanging off with one hand, like so bad.
Yeah, I actually also climb. I tore my ACL climbing. And one of my better viewed reviews was for Fall. It was
okay.
so tragically bad. Like it's like
I never saw that.
Just 5 minutes in the climbing gym, please, just 5 minutes. Like you got two characters that are tethered to one another, free soloing. It's like and then the guy's like trying to place equipment up on the top. I'm like, this is not how you climb. You know?
I know. Like
So
I usually don't like nitpick like the realism of movies too much unless it's very much about that or something. But like climbing is one of the things where it's like I can't turn my brain off on that, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Very quickly, I'm going to add Paul in regards to Fall. So I missed it in cinemas, but it recently came on Netflix. So I watched it with my partner, and she enjoyed it more than I did. But that scene where, spoilers, the guy falls off, this green screen was awful.
Totally awful. Yeah.
It fell into the mat underneath him. You know.
You got to review that now. I'd love like a good Z-Togs review of Fall.
Go check out my letterbox; it's on there. Well, Jason, what about you? Have you seen Dirty Dancing?
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't have any mountains in Kansas, so I don't know anything about mountain climbing, except for watching the Sylvester Stallone movie where he climbs mountains.
Cliffhanger, yeah.
Cliffhanger, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I wonder if Jackson likes Cliffhanger. After
I haven't seen that one actually. The one that I've heard is really good.
ludicrously bad as far as the climbing is concerned.
Is that the one where he's climbing on ice, like barehanded? I've seen clips of that one. Yep.
Mm.
Yep. The one I've heard is really good is a Clint Eastwood movie called Eiger Sanction.
yeah,
Everybody says good
yeah,
things about that one in terms
yeah.
of climbing. But
yeah, there's some good documentaries like Free Solo is really good.
Free
I
Solo's
love Free Solo.
Yeah.
Check out the Dawn Wall if you haven't seen it. That's,
that's a
to
good
me
one.
even greater of an achievement in climbing than Free Solo. But yeah.
Yeah, there's another one I saw on Netflix that was really good about a guy. I think he's Canadian, and he would do ice climbing or whatever.
Is the Alpinist?
Yeah, the Alpinist.
Yeah. I actually wasn't as huge on that one.
Really?
The documentary to me felt a little bit too like cookie cutter and like basic for how great his achievements were.
Oh,
and I wasn't huge on the way they handled his death, but like the filmmaking is really cool. So
yeah, I thought it was cool. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
I just wait. I remember
movies.
when I was a teenager, it seemed like there was all these Patrick Swayze movies on like TNT, TBS, USA channels. And I would watch them as a kid, and definitely Dirty Dancing was one of them. Like I said, Point Break, Roadhouse was a favorite that I used to love watching. I know Mike watched that recently.
Yeah.
And I said that was like peak Swayze. I mean, and Ghost. Yeah, those were like the big ones I remember watching. And Dirty Dancing, yeah, definitely not one of my favorites necessarily. I think as a teenager, I thought Jennifer Grey was like really hot, so I think that's why I was watching it. And yeah, I just remember that the dance at the end is pretty iconic. I love the song, you know, I have the time of my life. Like that's a great duo song. Anyways, but I'm sure it's not a very good movie, but it's been a while since I've seen it.
Okay, yeah.
We should have Scott do a cover of that song.
Yeah, when he's on a half night.
Yeah, awesome.
Well, two things from these comments. Firstly, someone needs to get that clip of Jason singing, and we've got a karaoke of Jason. And secondly, we need a Jackson and Paul top 10 climbing movie list.
Yeah,
we should do that.
Yeah,
I've thought about doing a video about that on my channel. Yeah, there's more I need to watch. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, thank you for the question interaction. We've got Minaj saying, Mike, I just wanted to say I love your channel and content. I do think you're an amazing person. I will always support your content. You have great content. Well, thank you very much. Honestly, very, very kind of you. And I've seen Minagio comment a lot on Pete and Scott's streams as well. So yeah, thank you for the support though. Really, really appreciate it, and very for kind words. Got Max Chat saying Cineworld Dublin, and that's my go-to cinema. It's great.
I've been there a few times. Saw No Time to Die there, Dune, X, Morbius, lots of stuff there.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome! I've only ever been to Dublin once. Haven't been to the Cineworld there though. But
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm glad you go to though. That sounds pretty cool. And we've got Briar here. So hey, Briar, he says,
Briar.
I got a little time from college to view this, and here comes the tank engine.
You're Tom saying it.
Anything and everything gets talked about. So yeah, you walked into that one. We've got Matt from Vengeance. So hey, Matt, he says thoughts on Guardians. Yeah, I think we discussed.
We kind of discussed
Guardians before.
Yeah.
A little bit behind in the comments as well. So
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Actually, I need to. I've loose plans with a friend to maybe see it on Monday, but we'll see. Yeah.
oh, cool, man. Well, I'll not say too much for spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll be excited to hear your thoughts. Got Najil. So got the question, but then a couple of comments that says, everyone hyped for the Flash. I am, but then adds, I'm on the hype train now for sure. I will sure give the Flash and DC a new chance because I do think it will pay off with James Gunn's new direction. Do think we'll want for surprise. I'm also looking forward to the next Transformers movie. Quite excited for it, but no, it's not everyone's cup of tea. It's Flash. Right, okay. So we'll address the Flash. So is everyone excited for the Flash?
No, not really. Actually, yeah, I don't know. It like I wasn't really huge on Spider-Man: No Way Home, for example. I mean, there were a lot of things there were some things in that movie that I liked, like the whole thing with Aunt May and all that. But the whole gimmick of like having all the Spider-Mans come in the same universe, like to me, it just felt like a gimmick, and I really didn't get on with it. So, and then that looks a lot like what the Flash is going to be with bringing Michael Keaton back. So, not really very excited for it.
Yeah, I've never been a DC guy. I always found their stuff like way too dark, but I'm honestly very intrigued as to like what James Gunn, because James Gunn is going to be like the Kevin Feige of DC. So like if they can plan it out properly and get to a Justice League movie like they did with the Avengers, then the sky's the limit. But yeah, the whole Warner Brothers, like they've never had a plan. And they tried to like catch up too quickly and basically stumbled over their own feet trying to catch up to Marvel. But I guess what was it? Discovery bought, or it was like merged with Warner Brothers. They cleaned house, got rid of all the people handling the movies, and it's just going to be like James Gunn and managing everything. So I think we're in for a treat. Like maybe it's the fall of Marvel and the rise of DC for the next decade or whatever.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, I've always preferred DC over Marvel, but yeah, a bit like yourself though, Paul. I think for me, it's like, I don't know about you guys, but Shazam is kind of was like an empty movie, so to say. It was there, and like the Flash was meant to reset everything, but like, is it going to be connected into the James Gunn's vision, or is it just going to be like another pointless movie and bring Keaton back for no reason?
The trailer doesn't really look like it has a lot of like the weirdness of James Gunn, because like I mean, I like all the little like strange touches that are in the Guardians movies, and like he obviously got started making films in Trauma, like horror movies and stuff. So I wasn't really getting a lot of that in the Flash trailer.
Yeah, wasn't it already done before he came on board and took over though? Because it was supposed to come out last year, I think.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
But Ezra Miller misbehaved.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, I think it's a tough one because obviously we know about the Batgirl got cancelled, that Batgirl movie. And I think Ben Affleck or Michael Keaton was supposed to be in that as well. So
that movie is complete and in the can, and it'll never see the light of day, which I'm actually kind of curious to see how bad it is.
I know. So yeah, I think it depends what like links it's going to have into like James Gunn's kind of stuff. If it's going to have any, or it's just another throwaway movie. Like Aquaman, like, is that going to have any relevance, or is that going to be throwaway as well at the end of the year?
Yeah.
I'm curious because I really, really liked the first Aquaman. It's one of my favorite superhero movies of the last like 5 years or so. But everybody's saying like that the what is it? The test screenings for the new one have been like really bad. So
Oof.
Yeah.
we'll see. I trust James Wan though. I unless there's like massive studio interference, I'm trusting that it's going to be at least decent.
Didn't he also direct one of the Fast and Furious movies, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah. Furious 7, I think he did. And I mean, like in a lot of his, like especially in *Malignant*, like there's a lot of kind of action movie filmmaking on display.
Sorry. I'm mute.
So good.
Someone just
Yeah.
Jackson.
Yeah, I get you. Well, moving on, we've got View Drew saying, "Hey everyone, what's up?" So, hey Drew, hope you're well. Let's have a look. Menagio says, "If you had to sacrifice one, which would it be? The Flash or Transformers: Rise of the Beasts?" Max says Transformers would be gone in a flash.
Can I sacrifice both?
if you want to, yeah. Sin?
If I had to, I maybe Transformers, but I'm not super hyped on both of them. I do have tickets for Transformers already, but and the Flash, I would be more interested in it if Ezra Miller hadn't acted like such an idiot in real life, because that won't leave my brain. So I feel like it's going to be kind of hard to enjoy it as much as I want to. And I really liked him as the Flash in the other movies, but I don't know.
No, I get you. Jason, what about you?
Yeah, I'm boycotting all things DC because of Ezra Miller. I'm just so upset over what he did and that they still continue to make this movie and have him, promote it, and he's getting benefits off of being a really terrible person. And I'm just over all that. And so I'm just like, I'm not watching anything DC.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch Aquaman 2 either. Absolutely not. I refuse.
I might go see that just for James Wan, but yeah.
Yeah, I get that. And then, Paul, what about you?
Honestly, Transformers as a franchise was dead to me after they got rid of Shia LaBeouf and especially Megan Fox. It's like Megan Fox made the first one. Bar none. Like, you can't get rid of her. Yeah. And then it kind of got more and more unrealistic and more just over
ridiculous.
The
top.
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg didn't help.
Right.
Is this a totally the guy that's directing this latest one, I haven't looked up his filmography, so I don't know if he's got good movies in his background.
I'll look it up.
Okay. The first Transformers is absolutely my favorite. I love that movie so much. It was so much fun. But yeah, they've just kind of, the only reason I'm sort of giving this one is just because Transformers Rise of the Beasts and it's got different, I don't know. It's probably going to suck, y'all. And I'm going to hate it.
Oh, okay. So he's not directed too much, but he did direct the second Creed movie.
Okay.
Which wasn't bad.
But I haven't seen that one, but I've heard
I haven't seen either, but I've heard all three of them are supposed to be pretty solid from what I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get you. Yeah, a bit like you guys, especially like you, Sin. Yeah, I like the first Transformers movie. The second one I like as well. And I think it just kind of went downhill until I like Bumblebee though. I did like that one.
Yeah, that was fun.
And it just seems as if they've gone back to like the old formula with this one. And I'm just like, I don't know. I think it's past it for me personally, but yeah, I don't know. But thank you for the question, Nigel. Josh adds La La Land was 2016, favorite was 2018.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Cool. True Action says, I got the Guardians films to arrive today. Looking forward to watching them. Well, hey, enjoy, man. Enjoy.
I still need to see the second one as well before I go see the third one. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely would.
Yeah. No, I like the first one. And Kurt Russell's in the second one, so all the more reason.
And have you seen the Christmas special, Jackson?
No, I haven't.
Okay, definitely need to watch both of them before you watch the third one.
Yeah,
that's what I heard, but I didn't get around to that.
Mm-hmm.
But I know what it was about. Did you guys notice the little thing on the newspaper and the final credits?
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon?
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon, yeah.
Yeah, Jackson, watch them both, my friend, before you go see the third one.
Yeah.
Got references in, especially that part where it's said about Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marvel Fan says, "Hi everyone, how are you?" So, hey, Marvel Fan, hope you're doing good. Menagio says, "Pick one only: Fright Night or Lost Boys."
Ooh.
Oh, that's easy. The Lost Boys. No
Lost
question.
Boys.
I love Fright Night, the original, but Lost Boys would beat it every time for me.
Okay.
I haven't seen either.
Oh my
was gonna-
gosh.
I was gonna say I've seen a
What?
lot of vampire movies, but those are two of my biggest blind spots in the genre. So
Yeah.
What
check them
the
out.
heck?
Wow. Okay.
What
Okay,
company am I keeping?
Well, Jason, what about you?
Yeah, I don't know about either one really.
Wow. Okay, so believe it or not, I've seen both of them since.
Okay.
So we're in the same
I
boat.
believe it's like a first.
Wow.
I know, right? I know. Someone has to record this. And I prefer Fright Night over Lost Boys.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I know you
Okay,
didn't like Lost Boys so much. And it made Rashad upset, I think.
Well, personally, with Lost Boys, I only watched it for the first time, I think, last year.
Oof.
So I wasn't around for that initial hype it got. But Fright Night was the first time, and I just preferred that movie overall. But
They're
yeah,
both really good. I enjoy them both.
I'm
But
glad
the
it's not
Lost
just
Boys.
Sin here though that's seen them. At least.
Quick question though: have you guys seen Near Dark?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's I've heard from some people that's basically the like sad boy version of something like the Lost Boys.
Yeah,
Is that-
kind of. It's
Okay.
definitely darker, and it
Because
honestly it has
I've
a
seen
more
Near Dark, but I
you
was just trying to
okay.
compare it to the Lost Boys. Yeah.
Lost Boys is definitely more lighthearted, more comedic. Near Dark isn't really comedic.
No, it's not.
very dark, and it's very and it almost feels like a more realistic vampire movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
A little
know,
bit. Yeah.
But that one's good too. I haven't really watched it probably more than twice, and that was
Yeah.
decades ago.
I was gonna say I love that one. That might be one of my favorite
It's
vampire
good.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I've heard good things about that one, Jackson. I think it's been mentioned on Pete's stream as well, Scott's maybe.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to find. It's the there are some Blu-ray. I don't know if it's still in print, but there is a Blu-ray of it. The funny thing about the cover though of that Blu-ray is that it came out like right around the time of Twilight. And so they changed the poster to make it look more like Twilight, and it's not Twilight at all.
What?
Yeah.
That was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to capitalize on the
Sparkle?
time, I guess.
There is like it basically like it looks like the vampire has like some eyeshadow or something like that. And it's like he doesn't.
Oh,
That's not a thing in the movie. So
Dang, that's
Okay.
not good. We've got Mac Chat saying Pooh Things looks good. We were talking about this earlier. Seeing favorite females back for is amazing. Down for anything the director does. I'm not saying his name because I don't know how to pronounce it, but Jackson does a great job of pronouncing it. Menagio just saying about Guardians 3. Saying really good, not the best. We were talking about that before. Very emotional. The animal cruelty. Yeah, definitely touches on that. So definitely avoid that if you don't like that kind of thing, of course. The comments have gone a bit weird. Let's have a look. Brian's saying about before I saw The Lighthouse on Halloween a couple years ago. My brain wanted to explode at the end in a good way.
Yeah, you like the movie?
Fair. Yeah, it sounds like it anyway.
yeah, the ending's really cool. I really like the ending.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll say nothing for you guys who's not seen it, so especially Paul. So keep it quiet. True Action asks, so what's your favorite Michael Caine film?
Oh, Michael Caine.
There's a lot of movies I like that he's in, but he's not necessarily like.
The main
I mean,
character.
obviously like the Dark Knight movies and stuff, but
Right, yeah.
the first one that came to mind as like a movie that I love him in it is a movie with Steve Martin that he did called Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yes.
Oh, that movie.
That is so much fun.
Yes.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, I really like him in Austin Powers, where he played Austin Powers' father. And then they go, oh, let's start talking in real British English.
Yeah.
You have to have the subtitles.
Subtitles.
Wow, okay.
Oh, man.
But yeah, maybe like you, Jackson. Yeah, I like him in stuff. I don't think I've seen movies where it's like he's the primary main character.
Yeah, he's always like a supporting role in most of the stuff I've seen.
Yeah.
I think one of the main roles, he was in the original The Italian Job.
Yeah.
Right. I still need to see that actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never heard that one.
Have you you might have seen the new one with Mark Wahlberg and like Charlize Theron and stuff. Yeah.
And what's that called? The same title?
The Italian Job. Yeah. I grew up with that movie. No. It's probably not as good as the original, but I still enjoy watching it.
I know. Muppets Christmas Carol. That's my favorite Mark Caine.
I've heard that's really good, to be fair.
It's a really good movie. He's Scrooge.
Well, my partner loves Muppets, Jason, so she'll be probably nodding along out there, probably like, yeah, Jason. Max Adley is saying, get Carter, Kane's best, although he's a very good and overlooked movie called The Quiet American with Brendan Fraser.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Nick Carter, Stallone did a remake of that.
Right, yeah.
Okay. And Sin, what about you?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, one that kind of jumped out at me when this first got started was the one called Dressed to Kill, movie called Dressed to Kill. But he's not like the main actor in that, but I liked that movie. So I don't, but I've seen so many with, is that a De Palma film?
It's a De Palma one.
Yeah.
I want to rewatch that one because I liked it. I actually thought like the first, most of the movie was like perfect for me, but then I wasn't huge on the ending.
I never forgot the ending.
It's
so like, okay.
It's cool, but like there's aspects of it that make me feel like that he's De Palma's doing like way too obvious of a Hitchcock homage with the Psycho stuff. So I'm like, it just felt a little lazy for me, but I like the rest of the movie a lot. So.
Yeah, he won Oscars for Hannah and Her Sisters and Cider House Rules. Ones.
Right.
Fun fact about that.
Alfie was a big one back in the 70s, I want to say.
Mm-hmm. Fun fact about Michael Caine's Oscar win, or at least one of them, he was not there to receive his award because he was shooting Jaws: The Revenge.
Yeah, Hannah and Her Sisters.
My goodness.
Wow. I think I heard that comment on the stream being like how, like, I think it was Josh actually, how they got him to agree to Jaws: The Revenge.
Well, they just paid him a lot of money. Like, there's a comment like that he made about it years later where somebody asked him about like, what do you think about Jaws: The Revenge? And he's like, I've never seen the film, but I really like the house that it bought me.
Yeah.
Like fair enough.
That's funny.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can't believe Michael Caine in a Jaws movie. Like that's one of the strangest castings. But yeah, if there was money, I can understand. Yeah, I get you. We've got a few different comments here. Drew just saying, excellent news for Guardians over the weekend. Awesome, man. Yeah, I'll have to check your channel to see what you thought of that as well. Let's have a look. Got Pete saying, evening, Mike and everyone. So, hey, Pete, what's going on? We've got Rainbow Fright saying, happy streaming, everyone. So, hey, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Let's have a look. And we've got quite a few comments. A couple about Midsummer is beautifully tragic. I love it. Flower's character is really irritating. Really
yes. She's irritating the whole time for me.
and then also adding about Guardians 3 as well, about being a bit messy. Best of the Bad Bunch. Think MCU is over. Definitely an interesting take. So we've got quite a few comments, but we're coming up to the half past. So just before we wrap up, Jackson, do you want to just quickly plug what you've got coming up on your channel?
Yeah, so since I saw Evil Dead Rise last night, that'll probably be my next review. I know I'm really late to the party on that, but still probably just want to share my thoughts a little bit on that. And then in terms of the big project that I've got coming up soon, the next director ranking I'm doing is John Carpenter. I recently finished all 18 of his like theatrically released films, so I'm going to go through those, and it might take a little bit to write the whole script for it, but I'm excited. So
that'll be awesome, man. I can't wait for that ranking.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. Well, Jackson's channel's down below in the description box. Please go subscribe to him. And Sin, are you going to have a review out for Hypnotic tonight?
Well, tomorrow. I'll film it tonight and get it up sometime tomorrow. And then I'm going to try to get my review for, Dr. Sleep up next week, because that movie won like a poll of recommended movies to watch. So I watch both versions, theatrical and the directorial, and
okay.
yeah. So that's what's in the immediate future.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on Doctor Sleep. Really like that movie.
Oh, that was a good movie. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but it was good. Oh, and another movie that I saw that I saw last month, and I just put a review up for it earlier this week, was called I See You with Helen Hunt. I highly recommend that movie. I just loved the writing in there. It's on Netflix.
I've got on the watch later list, so I will get to it. But yeah, Sin's links down below in the description box. And Paul, what about yourself?
Yeah, so I just got done with part 2 of the Dark Age of Cinema series. There's going to be like 6 or 7 more episodes. So that'll be coming up on Sunday. I have to just throw the video together. Then I'll be having my very first live stream next Wednesday at 5 p.m. New York time. So if you guys are free, make sure to check it out. And yeah, that's about it. You can find me at Off the Cover. So youtube.com/@offthecover.
Actually, I don't know if I'm subscribed to you, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now.
I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm subbed to you. You're new for me, so I'll go.
It's the first time I've been on with you guys. I've been on with Jason before. So I'll definitely subscribe to you guys. Definitely really enjoyed my time with you guys.
Yeah, same here. Nice to meet you.
Oh, I am subscribed to you. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, no, it's been awesome.
Well, amazing. Well, go check out Paul and definitely go support his live stream next Wednesday. And finally, Jason, before we wrap up, what have you got coming up?
I was just thinking, so if you were watching Dr. Sleep and you fell asleep during the movie, would that be ironic? Okay, sorry, that's my joke. Tomorrow, I was actually planning, like I said, I want to, each week, I kind of want to try to do some more traveling to different places and shooting videos. And tomorrow, I wanted to go to another outside shopping mall called Zona Rosa in Kansas City, Missouri, which is like 30 miles from me. And there's a Barnes & Nobles there that I go to. It's the closest Barnes & Nobles to me. So when I'm going to go, I like going to Barnes & Nobles and checking out some books anyway. So I thought I'd go there and maybe walk around and shoot some more video and pictures or something and come up with some kind of video tomorrow.
Awesome, man.
You can buy some movies there as well. That's where I usually go, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I've gotten some vinyl there as well. Yeah,
their vinyl stuff is good.
Oh, amazing, man. Well, I can't wait to see it. So definitely go check out Jason, Jackson, Sin, and Paul. And links down below in the description box. And yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for joining me for the first half.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for having me, Mike. Really enjoyed it.
Bye, y'all.
All right. See you in a bit.
See you guys.
And then in the wings, we've got our guests waiting. We've got Matt, we've got Scott, Pete, Mike, and Nige. Hey, guys.
Hello, guys.
Hey.
What's going on, you cunts?
Yo.
Hey, man. Well, it's no PG stream tonight, so we're all good.
No.
Is there fuck?
How you doing, fellas? You okay?
Doing
Yeah,
Can't stop fucking laughing.
How are you, mate?
I'm doing good.
Doing good, man. Yeah, great to be back. Great to be back. So
It's good to be back. Come on, guys. Isn't it good to be back on Did You See That?
It's absolutely great, mate.
Yeah.
Really been looking forward to coming on tonight, Mike. Great to see you
well,
back
good
on
to have you
Thursday
guys, and
night.
thank you for.
And if you drop that microphone, for God's sake, even break it, Lee. Just a little word of advice for you there, chaps.
Oh, Nige, True Action commented earlier. I was like, I'm not even going to attempt it. It's only Nige to pull that off.
Yeah. I don't think the Americans would get it.
I'd just like to say, like, I did put a comment and I was saying, like, Mike, but I also said, Jackson, I wanted to say hello to you, you motherfucker, and you left. And also, the reason you like Fright Night better than The Lost Boys is because The Lost Boys is a load of fucking shit.
Fuck off.
That's exactly why Fright Night's better, motherfucker.
Well, you can suck my dick.
I wouldn't
Lost
suck your
Boys.
fucking face. So, as your last American lady guest, she loves the Lost Boys. Madam, you're wrong.
Man, yeah, Nigel, I'm not the biggest fan of Lost Boys, but I can understand if people are like Matt and stuff. Like, I can get it.
I don't. It's fucking shit. The only people who like that are the people who fancy Kiefer Sutherland in the 80s. Where the fuck they were looking, I don't know. Probably his ass.
Have you seen his girlfriend in the film? She is fit.
Yeah, but I wouldn't watch the film for her. I can watch her in fucking Crossroads with Ralph Macchio rather than watch that shite.
Shite.
Fucking rattled this cage again. He did that last night, the little fucker.
Yeah, he did.
He did, didn't he?
What's that fucking here?
Yeah.
How would I do it,
It is.
chaps?
Very well, very well.
Don't all
looking
fucking
forward
answer at
to
once, you miserable bunch of cunts.
I mean, it's absolutely great news about your partner.
Oh, God, I know.
It is.
Oh, isn't that
I-
great?
man.
Were you watching last night?
Yeah, I was. Always
Holy motherfucking, I thought something was wrong. She was out the back. And she started screaming my name and she was fucking crying. I was like, what the hell's gone on? They've reactivated me on the list. I was like, well, I know that was going to it. No, they've just rang me. So I think it's as of Tuesday coming because they wanted to talk to her consultant. And as soon as they spoke to him, like they've got a meeting on Tuesday, and once they've done that, she gets a text or a call to say, yeah, you reacted as of now. She could get a phone call any second.
Wow.
Could be an
Oh,
hour,
fantastic
could be a
news.
day, could be a week, could be a month, could be a year, could be years. But they've told us you shouldn't be waiting that long.
She's on the list. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
That's the main thing.
I'm hoping it's quick as well, Nigel, to be honest.
This will be the second one she's had.
I hope it's soon, mate. But I'm sorry to hear about you. Well, I mean, it's great to have you, Nigel, but sorry to hear about the whole thing with the dentist today as well. That's not great.
I was so disappointed. I thought, yes, get this done, get out the way. Bloke come down, shout me in, sat down, started talking, went through the form, started going about contact lenses. I thought, he's going to ask me if I want me fucking dinner here. I thought, am I getting this done or what? He's like, well, we'll be in touch then. It should be about 3 weeks. I thought, right, I'm just going home to stab myself in the throat now.
I feel like my memes was wasted. I sent Nigel in the group chat.
I fucking
memes.
missed, look. You sent me, have you seen how mental that group is? One says something, then it just gets lost in a flood. I scroll back and
Yeah.
scroll back, and I'm like, how fucking long is this going on for?
Yeah. I posted a picture of some guy with a drill looking down, going, "Open wide night."
Oh, I did see that because I liked
Yeah,
it.
I'll see that.
I did see it. The thing is, when it's on Instagram, you can't press and hold and reply because I was going to reply to you and go,
Right.
fuck off. But it wouldn't let me. So I just randomly put fuck off at the bottom, they're going to go, fuck's he on about? He only said I watched the film. So I just thought, I can't say no.
Okay, yeah. But also just trying to say, Mike, how are you? Because I know you don't usually get a word in. So how are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, massively good.
Whose fucking millions of autographs have you got this week, you fucker? Makes me fucking
None.
sick.
Nothing
Oh,
this
he's
week.
doctored.
I've been
He's doctored.
been quiet.
He waits
Fellow
outside
grocery.
their house.
I met him. Fuck off. There's not many fucking hasn't.
No,
That's true. Yeah.
nice,
That's
man.
true.
And how are you, Pete, after last night's stream?
That's true.
I'm doing really well, thanks, Mike. Looking forward to tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, great to have you, man. And if anyone who hasn't as well, Pete dropped a video today of like top 10 like kind of underrated or kind of not really heard of PS5 games as well.
You dropped a video. I hope you didn't break it.
Oh man! And also, congrats, Scott, for being on 2 years on YouTube, man. A great video as well. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Mike. Really
Yeah,
appreciate
absolutely,
that.
Scott.
Thank
You
you.
beautiful little fuck. Well deserved.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
And
He put up a video, a 2-year anniversary video, including shout outs. It said. So I sat down. I was like, yeah, this would be nice. Oh, got to the end. So you fucker.
I know, but I was mentioned, so I didn't give a fuck.
But I did give you a shout out into the video, Matt.
Oh, bless
Poor
you. I love
Scott. He was trying to remember every fucker.
I
you.
did try.
I love
You
the
don't have to
comment.
mention me next time, mate. I won't hold a grudge like that fucker does.
I love how though Scott in that video was like, give the shout out, which thank you, Scott, for the shout out. But he was like, it's like, oh,
Never.
commenting everyone. And then Matt was like, put on that little voice note. He's like, I'm gonna have to make a part 2 now.
But funny enough, I listened to that little voice thing and I thought, cheers, mate. Yes, I won't watch the video when he didn't go mention. I was pissing myself.
Oh, only because I went, oh, I need a shout out for Vengeance Media for being a mod on the streams. No, yeah, no problem, Scott.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. I'm always here for you. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck's she on it? And I watched it. I was like, oh, you didn't mention it.
Yeah.
That's Matt, not modern streams anymore.
No, always mod the streams. Always.
And
Always.
that will be on my stream tomorrow as well as Mike. So yeah, it will be nice.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, it'll be awesome. Well, for anyone who's watching live or after the fact, a link to Scott, Pete, and Nigel's YouTube channels are down below in the description, and Matt and Mike's Instagrams as well. So definitely, please go check out those guys as well.
Thank you so much, sir. You
Thank
are
you,
a
Mike.
gentleman.
Mike.
You're welcome. Now, we're probably not going to get to all the comments tonight because there's hundreds, but we'll get to a couple of them. We'll see how we'll go. Starting off with Winslow saying, have you guys read any good books about film? So, like in film, like behind the scenes in general, or like a book based, like a movie based on a book?
About
So I
film,
looked-
I took as the first one.
Yeah, me too. All right, cool. Yeah, have you guys read any books about film?
Yeah, pornography. But that's about as far as it stretches. But they're picture books.
Of course I are.
Any of you fuckers out there ever dare moan about me again? I'll hunt you down, you fucker, you.
Yeah.
Well, Matt's watched some interesting picture, but I've read about some interesting picture books. Did more than that, but we'll leave it at that. Scott, what about you?
No, I don't really read books to be fair, but I did read back in the day, and that's about it. Yeah.
No, I get you, mate. It's fair. Pete?
No, I don't.
You're joking, aren't you? You have trouble watching fucking films, let alone reading.
But I'm a very good reader.
Does a film that rhymes with Rolter Weist ring any bells by any chance?
Who's she? Who's Walter White?
You can't even fucking
White.
say it. Look, and you ask him if he can read. Oh,
Sorry,
have you
sorry.
know I'm a good reader, I am. Yeah.
Oh, I am.
Engelbert
Voice of
Humperdunk.
voice.
Yes, of course you are.
Mr. fucking Ventriloquist.
Humperdunk.
Humperdunk.
Humperdunk, that was it. Oh, Engelbert Humperdunk. Who the fuck's he?
Oh, man. Mike?
Not films, but I normally sometimes I read like autobiographies. So yeah, just autobiographies really.
Fuck off. When have you ever read when have you told me I've read an autobiography?
Prove him wrong.
I've got two here.
Yeah, you never read them though.
I've read them.
Which ones have you got, Mike, with you?
Sorry?
Which ones have you got next year?
Give us 1 sec. I've got the Ronda Rousey one.
Of course.
Ooh.
All right.
No doubt it'll be fucking signed by somebody.
You can't get it open without all the cum in it from Mike.
Oh.
They're stuck
And
together.
I've got the Craze Twins signed by Hilda Ogden.
Nitro one.
Wrestling. Awesome.
Oh, nice.
And this one as well.
Oh, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got his t-shirt on.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
Whereas I haven't.
Vote ahead.
Mount ahead. I just glow in the dark, you know, Scott.
Wow.
Let's see if I can
Awesome.
show you. I'll give you a quick flash. It's not really working properly. Trust me, it is.
It just looked like a horror movie then.
Oh, thanks very fucking much.
It did, yeah.
No, because all of a sudden just a pair of glasses just came to the screen.
You beautiful oil painting you.
Here,
You look
Mike.
like a horror movie, you ugly fat cunt. Oh, thanks. Cheers, yeah, thanks.
Here, Mike. How many of those pages of that Ronda Rousey book are stuck together?
Probably
Oh,
half
Matty's got the candles near him as well.
Yeah. I have as well. Got my candle.
Bit of self-rimming there with hot wax.
Yeah. I pour it on my bowls. Like a little bit of.
Oh, I don't even want to think about that.
Oh.
Oh, my scrotum went like a walnut shell just thinking about that.
Nige, have you read any books about movies?
No, but I've got one there. And I've had it for fucking years. Laura got me for Christmas one year. It's a hardback coffee table thing of the Friday the 13th films. It's an absolutely fucking beautiful book, but I've never seemed to have the time to read it. I need to whip it out and try and read it.
Can you say book again, Nike?
Book.
Book. It's a book. It's a book.
Boo.
It's a
Fucking
horror
book.
book. It's not a cook book.
Oh.
Oh man.
So once I learn how to read, I might try that and let you know what it's like.
However, believe it or not, I have read one book in my lifetime. And that was the autobiography of Slash, the guitarist for Guns N' Roses. Like, I just wanted to know his backstory. Yeah. So.
I used to read regularly. Fuck me, it was in the 80s. I used to read like a lot of Stephen King stuff and that. To date, the best book I've ever read is it. The book of that is absolutely unreal. And if you do read out there, look for the novel. Well, it's not a novelization. It's the book that, Chuck Norris made a film called Hero in the Terror. Where he's a detective in it. If you find the book of that, it's fucking horrific. It's like a sort of a slasher whodunity thing. What a book it is, though.
Yeah.
I actually used to read quite a lot. Then I forgot how to do it.
I'll tell you what, women go on about us men watching a lot of porn, but they fucking read the shit out of it, don't they? 50 Shades of Grey, fucking, they love all that, don't they? But then we get criticised for watching a little bit of porn on the side, you know?
I could tell you something about that book, but I don't in case I get a good hiding.
Oh, mate. I'll tell you
Let's
what.
just say that she was in here reading it one night. I'd gone to bed and I'd work. And I was woken up in the middle of the night and I wasn't going to complain. That's all I'll say.
I did pick up that book once and I opened it up and the first word I saw was nipple clamps. I was like, ooh, fuck it.
So he went and had a wank, then come back and read the next two words. Unfortunately for him, it was wet plunge, so he had to go and have another one.
Yeah.
Possibly. Night After Friday the 13th book though sounds cool. I never knew about that.
It's got the same title as that documentary that's come out. Is it Memories of Crystal Lake Memories?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's like sort of, they call it, it's a companion to that book, and they interview every fucker except Kevin motherfucking Bacon, miserable twat.
Boke.
He will not talk about Friday the 13th. And I don't know why. The silly Were Pig, it's the best film he ever did.
Yeah.
What's
Now
a Were Pig? It's like Tubbs out of League of Gentlemen, man, like that. Hello.
Now he's doing those really shit EE commercials, right? So
He won't talk about Friday the 13th, but he'll advertise some fucking shit phone company.
Yeah.
That's all he's done for the past decade.
Yeah.
Gets on my fucking nutsack. And before I forget, hello, Danielle, you beautiful bastard. Yes, Scott, I mean your cousin.
Oh, we love Danielle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yes,
do.
awesome.
She's great, isn't she?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm. And we've got Movie Bug saying, "Hey everyone, so hey, hope you're doing well. Just watched Chinatown for the first time. What's everyone's favorite Jack Nicholson movie?"
Oh, good question.
Matt, do you want to go first?
Yeah, my favorite Jack Nicholson movie is actually the Batman. Batman '89. Only because it came out the year that I was born, and I was introduced to it very, very, very early in my life. And it's just, I think he's great in that movie. And I think that one that he did with Morgan Freeman as well, when they're both bedridden, they're terminally ill, and they do it. Is it called The Bucket List?
The Bucket List, yeah.
Oh,
That's
there, I've never seen it.
That's very
Yeah.
good as well.
Same as you
Right.
and I, I've heard of it but not seen it as well. Yeah.
What's fucking new?
I haven't heard about it though for a long time. Has it got a Blu-ray release or anything?
Yeah, I think it's
Has
out of
it?
print now. I think it's out of print, but
That's how fucking good it was.
yeah,
Total print because no companies.
still a really good movie.
No, well, good pick, mate, and a good pick about Batman as well, though. Yeah, I really like Batman movie. Scott?
Got to be with Shining for me. I think Jack Nicholson's performance in that is absolutely incredible, and the story is just so chilling, and it's just a really great awful story.
Great pick, mate. That's mine as well. To be honest, I've not seen many of his, but Shining
Oh
definitely.
yeah, Shining's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like the backstory of that movie as well is crazy.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Good pick, mate. Pete, what about you?
I'd probably have to say Batman. He's brilliant as the Joker in it, but he's fantastic in The Shining as well.
Well, two good picks, mate.
I wish the Paps would leave him the fuck alone now. They're hiding outside his house, aren't they? Have you seen that picture of him recently?
Yeah, that was so wrong. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not well. He's retired. Leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But leave him alone after Pete's choked.
Yeah, I agree about that as well. I know he was at like a basketball game, I think, the other week. And like fair enough, obviously he was on like the Tron, the Jumbotron, whatever they've got. But again, not like outside of his house and stuff, because yeah, it didn't look great, but I mean that's like his personal private property and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
The motherfucker's got dementia of some sort, hasn't he, as well?
Oh, they do the same to Bruce Willis. They took a recent picture of Bruce Willis when he was out in the street. It's like, leave him alone.
Leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Oh my god, did you see the one of Gene Hackman?
Yes, I did, yeah.
Again, leave him alone for fuck's sake. They have absolutely zero morals, these people.
No, anything for a quick buck, isn't it?
And all it's for, it's not to say, like, oh, doesn't he look well? It's to totally belittle him. Like, look at the fucking state of him now. What do you expect him in the 80s or 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arseholes, man.
I know. But especially like when you mentally he's not well, he's been retired years. He's not going to exactly look amazing, is he? He's getting older.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. Well, Mike, what about you?
It's a bit of an hard one. There's actually three I like in. There's obviously The Shining. I liked him in the film The Few Good Men. I liked him in that one.
He's good in that, yeah.
Yeah, and I liked him in One Flew the Cuckoo's Nest as well.
Oh, that's great as well, yeah.
Oh.
All right, DVD and film.
DVD and FB. Not saying the full name, he doesn't fucking deserve it.
Yeah, they're probably my top three that I like him in. Yeah.
Okay, mate. Great picks. Few Good Men and One Flew Over. I haven't seen those ones, but I've heard of them, of course.
Yeah, it's a really good film.
You. And Nigel, what about you?
Absolutely, my favourite one's The Shining, but I also love One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. A Few Good Men, he was excellent in that because I haven't seen it for years, but I do like the courtroom stuff.
Yeah.
And I have only seen it once at the cinema, and for some bizarre reason, I've never bought it, but I actually really liked it. with Michelle Pfeiffer in Wolf.
That's a
Yes,
good
that's
film.
Not seen
I
that one.
enjoyed
Oh, he did
one.
really, really good in there as well. I'd love to see that
Mm.
again. But yeah,
Yeah.
definitely Shining's my favourite though.
Right. Yeah, great pick, mate. Great pick.
I love it when you're hosting. Scott and Pete does it all the time as well. So it's like, if everyone's got a pick, it's just like, yeah, that's a great pick. Yeah, awesome pick. Love that pick. Great pick. No host goes, yeah, that's a bit shit to be honest.
I
That was a
would.
bit of a- that was a bit.
Oh,
of a
I
bit
fucking would, and I will when it happens.
yeah, that pick was a bit shit, mate. To be honest, I've never seen a host do that. Now your pick was wank. Like-
Just keep your fucking eyes peeled.
It's because, well, Matt, it's probably because I haven't seen a lot of movies. So I'm like, well, I can't really say it's a shit pick. I haven't seen it.
And I swear to God, I'm being deadly serious. I am banning fucking Marvel, Star Wars. What's the other cunt I hate, Pete?
Alien. Is it?
Yeah. Oh, well, that's science fiction. Yeah.
Sci-fi.
Anything science fiction, anything Marvel, and you're fucking out. On
Okay.
So
Sonic.
what happened if you get a question saying what's your favourite Marvel film? No.
Next question.
So Nige, you don't like sci-fi, but you like ET.
Yes.
Fucking love ET. So good.
Can
Yeah,
you see me
E.T.
4K? Get ready to nurse your semi here, young man. Look at this.
Oh, let's have a look.
US lenticular.
Oh,
Oh, that's a really good.
In the K of
Yeah,
4.
that's nice.
in the K of 4. Look at that.
Woohoo!
That's cool. Like,
It is,
That's
yeah.
sick.
Pretty neat, huh?
do any of you guys have the Zavvi edition where it came with like the lunchbox and stuff?
No,
want
I
that.
didn't get that
No,
one.
I've
No.
only got like the standard one. Yeah.
Have you?
I like Mac. I want Mac and Me on 4K as well.
Does that exist, or do you mean you want it to be released?
I want it to be released on 4K. That'd be nice.
Never ever seen it.
Oh, it's great.
I
Yeah,
have
Is
it.
it kind of similar to that, like an ET rip-off type of thing?
yeah,
Then I would give it a go.
but it's like heavily promotionalized by McDonald's and Coca-Cola. So it's like
Oh
pure.
my fucking lord!
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Can't help myself.
Thank you, Movie Bug, for the question. We've got the next one by Matty Boy this time saying, what do you guys think is the best and worst movie franchise?
Ooh.
Oh,
I mean, where do you
worst.
start with that?
With me, because I know the answer.
So Nigel's favourite is The Matrix.
Jaws. Least favourite. Oh fuck! Where do I start? A sort of a Star Wars Alien Matrixy kind of vibe. Star Wars Alien Matrix Star Trek. Anything Marvel. There you go.
Well, Nigel, do you like DC superhero movies or not?
Do I fuck? However, I do like Trooper Beer.
It's best. Okay, Matt.
That is when you're on the spot. That is really difficult because, like, if you ask me normally, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, this one, that one." But now I'm on the spot. I'm like, I'm probably gonna have to go everything Marvel after Endgame. After Endgame, it's absolutely wank. Which is the worst. So I'm looking at that. Would say but I did really enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That was fucking amazing. The worst. Oh, no, I've done the worst. That's really difficult because I like so much. I'm gonna have to go at the moment Evil Dead franchise because I feel like they've never missed. Every movie is just solid. Yeah.
Get you, man.
You fucking me at Goth a run for money there.
Well, Scott, what about you?
Well, the best franchise for me is definitely the Rocky franchise and
Oh, for
Orange
fuck's
Rocky.
sake! Why didn't I think of that?
Better than
I
the
don't know,
night,
but-
dawn, and day.
That will also be my best franchise as well. Yeah, those two are my two favourites. And favourite, it's actually quite hard to think of a least favourite because there's most of the franchises that I would watch. I obviously haven't seen, like Transformers and stuff like that. I haven't really seen them, but probably something like Transformers and Twilight, just something like that.
Yeah, wanking it. God, have you seen Harry Potter yet?
No.
Oh, you need to get on it, mate. You'll love it.
What fucking rock have you been hiding under? Even I've seen that.
I know. Yeah.
It's John
And I
Hughes.
like this.
John Hughes is amazing doing that film. It's so good.
Yeah, I really need to watch that.
What film?
The first Harry Potter movie, John Hughes, isn't it?
No, it's Chris Columbus.
No, Chris Columbus. Yeah.
Is it Chris Columbus?
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm so glad somebody spoke because I thought I was going on the fucking bend there.
I was like,
I'm thinking,
he never did
John
nothing to do with. He didn't do nothing with Harry Potter.
Nothing to do with it.
No.
Well, fucking Chris Columbus then. He did a really good job on it. Fucking hell, I thought John...
Can you imagine them running around going Expelliarmus? Ah!
No, I think John Hughes did the music.
No, that was John Williams.
Fucking John Williams. Yeah.
Who also did Jaws, don't you know?
Oh.
And Star Wars.
Yep.
That's right.
And
Home Alone.
Yes. Now where the fuck have you gone?
Home
Well,
Alone.
we said Home Alone, so I thought I'd bring the photo up.
We can all play that fucking game.
But I do need to go to the toilet, so I'll be...
I've never known anybody masturbate so much in all my life as him.
Pete, what about you?
As best franchises, I think recently watching probably got to be Lethal Weapon. I think all 4 films are fantastic. A lot of fun.
Oh, I was going to say that.
Worst one, I'd probably say The Hunger Games. I just couldn't get into them.
Same, Pete, I couldn't get into them either. And then there's a prequel coming out this year as well, right?
Is there? Oh,
excellent.
I couldn't care less about the previous 4, so probably.
Should we all go and see it together in Birmingham to travel? I think I'd rather eat my own shit.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would.
It was actually John Hughes and Christopher Columbus. Actually, I knew John Hughes was part of the first movie.
Well, actually, I've never known him beyond the fucking actual credits, actually.
No,
I've never seen him on
I just had to check. I swore he was. So, yeah.
I find that rather difficult to believe.
Mike, what about you?
Oh, I was going to say Lethal Weapon then, but...
But he meant Jaws.
I'd say Friday the 13th franchise. I'd say.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah,
that's me second.
I can't think of a worse one though, because I don't know. It's an hard one, that one. But the best one is Friday the 13th though.
I think
Good
Halloween
choice.
is the most overrated horror franchise in horror.
Oh,
You're shitting me, aren't you?
I've only seen
No.
the first 2, so I can't
God's
say.
honest.
You spelled Star Wars wrong.
No, in horror movies, I think it's the most overrated franchise. I think there's been more bad than good movies.
I think Hellraiser is.
Yeah, to be
Yeah,
fair, that's true.
Yeah, that's.
I only watched the first one, and what a pile of fucking wank that was.
I
Yeah.
didn't mind the second one.
I think the
Jesus
first 2 are really
Christ. It really wasn't. It
I
made
like
zero
the
sense.
but
good. The third one is just stupid.
All I remember about it is some lass running away with this fucking thing coming out of a box that looked like this big thing out of the Evil Dead. Some cunt with a load of pins in his face, and a bloke walking on with a big gob going with teeth.
Yeah, to be fair, it's a bit like the porn I watch. I watch a lot of
And I was like,
BDSM.
yeah, never want to see that again.
Matt watching with people with pins in the head.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of porn.
I
that
honestly
watch.
think, though, to be fair, I think it's something to do with the fact that Clive Barker's a wanker.
Ah.
Have you met him, Mike?
I'd rather fucking not. I'd rather meet Fred West.
Ooh.
I'd rather meet Gary Glitter.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd get him to sign me fucking records that I've got of it. You think I'm fucking joking, but I'm not. Well, I am about meeting the cunt, but I do have his 70s LPs because he was a fucking idol of mine till he ribbed me, till he went all funny.
Yeah. Do you know what? I was so devastated when obviously the news come out about R. Kelly because I love a lot of R. Kelly songs, and now I feel like I can't listen to him anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of people said that, you know, about, well, all of the people who've done things like that. And the biggest one that got me, it wasn't so much fucking Gary Glitter because I'd gone off him by then, but as I've been buying old vinyl, I thought I need to have some because, like, he was a massive part of my childhood. But the biggest one that really got me the most was the Lost Prophets because they were such a fucking great band.
They was awesome.
And when I was on YouTube a few weeks back, I've only got one album by them. And it's the Start Something with Burn Baby Burn on it, or Burn, whatever it's called. What a fucking album that is. And I was listening to it, I was like, it's such a shame because this is amazing.
Yeah, they were wicked. They had a song called Last Train Home. The Last Train Home was such a good song.
That's on that album.
Yeah, so good.
And it's a shame that, like, I don't even think any local bands can cover their stuff without getting dissed over it.
Nah. It's such a shame because they have.
The rest of the lads in the band's formed a new band. I don't think I've heard much of them, and it's probably all down to what that dirty fucker did.
But I like
such a shame.
I still listen to Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson, so I listen to him.
Oh, but that's different because it's him. He didn't do anything. He was innocent. All the others were guilty, but he did fuck all.
That
annoys me. Of course, he fucking did.
No comment. I'm not going there.
That means he sticks up for him. He didn't. You leave my Michael.
I'm not saying anything.
I've got some of his stuff. I've got some of his records. I've always liked him. If you like somebody's music that much, forget what they've fucking done. You like them for the music. I mean, all that fucking glitter shit I bought secondhand. He's not going to see any of it. He doesn't get fucking money off eBay. He's fucked. He's ruined. Same with the Lost Prophets people. I remember when the Lost Prophets, when all that first started, the people couldn't give their stuff away. And the amount of people said, I've smashed all their CDs and records up. Why was it? Is that going to make him innocent and bring all them poor victims back? No. It's not going to sort of like fix the damage to all the poor like young lasses and babies that he's damaged. It's not going to do anything. If you like the music, just listen to it and stop thinking about that fucking prick.
Yeah, that's what I think. Like, I think like the whole like I know Macaulay Culkin was like Michael's best friend, and I think like if anything was to happen, he would have said something ages ago. Like Macaulay Culkin would have come out and would have said like this happened and that happened and this happened. Like I just think I do think Michael was really misunderstood.
Maybe he didn't do anything to Macaulay Culkin. He might have liked him as a friend and might not have liked him that way, but there's too many people seem to have come out and said stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a one-off. There's been loads, and it's like it does make you think.
Yeah,
definitely.
But it doesn't alter the fact that he was a fucking great performer and he was a great singer. And I got to see him live, don't you know?
Oh, you lucky bastard!
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Took me took my eldest daughter for her 7th birthday. Do you know where he played? Fucking Sheffield, of all places.
And what was he like
the
live?
Outdoor place. Hey?
What was he like live?
Fantastic. He did mime to some stuff because he was dancing that much. But he did. The thing is, like, when you hear the records that much, you know when he's miming because it's identical. Yeah. But he even did some of the old Motown stuff, like ABC and I Want You Back. He sang that live. Wanna Be Starting Something, he did mime, but I'm pretty sure he sang most of Thriller live. And he had all the fucking zombies come out and do the dance with him as well. It was amazing.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
That's brilliant.
One of the highlights for me was a song. I got a fucking massive lump in my throat when he did that. It was absolutely unreal.
That's a great song.
That was 97, that. It was on that history tour when he had that great hits thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was like a double CD. I think one CD was all his greatest hits, and the other CD was like all new stuff.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Well, it was that tour. My daughter, she's like coming up 33 now, and she still remembers it all.
Wow.
So I had her on my shoulders, and then like he asked for like a kid to go on stage. We tried to get her, and I don't think she wouldn't dare go or something. We go on stage with him, and she wouldn't go.
I bet you're glad now, aren't you?
Fucking am.
Oh,
No, it's the wrong sex for him, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll quickly answer the question and we'll move on.
Fuck me.
Well, you guys
I
already
did
know
this out already. I do apologise.
It's all right. It's all good. Well, you guys all know my favorite movie franchise. I don't really need to say it.
I don't know what it is.
Back to the Future.
Oh, I like that actually, so I forgive you.
Good job, Nigel. You're getting kicked off, like.
Fucking hunt you down, you cunt. You're only down the road.
I know. That's what makes it worse.
He keeps thinking I'm in London. He's fucking wrong.
And now you're in Hartlepool, man.
I know, it's mental, innit?
I know. Not far at all.
No, we need to meet up.
Definitely do, bud. Definitely do. Worst franchise? I don't know. It's like there's so like there's some franchise that has like a really good first movie and then the follow-on movies are terrible. Like I remember like Taken, the first movie's great and then they made fucking a further two of them.
Yeah, I know.
I don't understand why.
And they made a TV show as well.
Yeah,
yeah, they did. I can remember that.
Well,
I've just thought of one. I can tell you a fucking terrible one. I've never even seen any of them. The Human Centipede.
Oh no, the first one's good.
No. That idea makes me want to throw me in it. So
yeah, we were talking about that last night, weren't we, Nige?
Brittany said, "Please don't watch it." And that was she'd only seen the first one.
Do you know what? I fucking love her. She's amazing.
She's good, yeah.
She was great. Yeah.
I got a message off her today. You know.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, she was like, "I was lovely to meet you." She went, "I'm so sorry. I didn't answer you last night, but I thought you were talking to somebody. You know, I was going to her. Hello, me love. Hello."
Yeah.
She thought I was talking to somebody. I was, oh, fuck you then. I'll ignore you. She went, "I didn't realise you were talking to me."
Night that made us laugh when I was watching it live. You're like, "Hello, me dear."
Oh, I even went, "Yes, you next to me."
Yeah, and then you're like,
fuck off then.
And then you were like, "I'll give you a clue. I don't call guys my dear." And she was still silent.
And she sat there going,
Yeah.
"That cunt better not be talking to me." Like
when the stream first started, I thought, oh god, she's a bit gormless. Oh my god, this is gonna be a long stream. And then like once it sort of like went on a bit, she actually opened up, and that was actually quite nice.
oh, what an ASMR voice she's got.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
She was lovely though. She was so canny.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
she really enjoyed it last night. I think it was like one of her first ever streams as well.
Oh, that's awesome, man. But she did really well.
She did, yeah.
She
She
did,
stayed
yeah.
the whole night as well. Like, was it 6.5 hours, I think, last night?
Yeah.
Well,
wow. That's dedication.
And was backstage.
We had a good old chat.
Yeah,
behind
we
the
were.
scenes.
Yeah.
I think as it went on, she sort of like come up a shell more and more as well.
Yeah, she
That's
did
what I was
say,
saying.
didn't she?
I was like,
Yeah,
"Have we
that's what
fucking
I'm saying.
scared you off?" Oh no, I've enjoyed it. It was fun. I'd come back.
No, she was lovely though, and it was great to see more diversity on your channel as well, Pete, with your streams. That was cool, man.
I agree. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. And then you got Nerdy Film Girl next week, is it? Am I right?
Yeah, she's coming on next
That's
week and the
cool.
week after. We've got Terrence returning to the channel. He's a great bloke.
Oh,
Who?
awesome. Terrence is
Terrence
great, yeah.
Maguana, I think his name is.
the name rings a bell.
Yeah, we have had him on the channel a couple of times last year. He knows quite a lot about films.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I've seen him on your channel in the past, so that'd be cool.
I'm sure he's following me on Instagram.
He probably has, yeah.
Yeah.
But the most important thing of all next week, Pete, is am I on?
If you want to come on, yes.
Do thank you. Yes.
I knew you would.
That's it. Slot spilled. Fuck off.
What about me? he's
Get
funny.
that fucking thumbnail made quick before you change your mind.
Oh,
I
poor
wanna-
Scott gets lost and left out.
I want to be on Nige. No, I mean I want to be on Nige.
Well, me bum all heels up and you'll be fest at the queue.
Bite the pillow, Nige.
Oh, he sounds a bit huge.
Man, not with that tooth he's got one at the minute. He's knee biting getting on there.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm only kidding, Nige. I'm only kidding.
Oh, it takes fucking more than that for me to offend me. Fucking hell, you should know that by now.
Yeah.
How we then get to the question on your cunt?
Right.
I don't mean get it on your cunt, I mean get it on you cunt.
Fair enough. Well,
Get the question placed on my vagina.
Well, we've got a question from about an hour and a half ago from True Action.
Oh, sorry. Good evening, is it now?
What is one actor you can't stand?
Oh, probably all know, mate.
I already know Nige's. Mike Myers.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Actually, there's one even worse.
Really?
Russell Crowe, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember you saying about
I
that.
remember
Yeah.
you talked about that.
But there's three, actually. There's Russell Crowe, Michael Myers, and him with the funny face.
Mickey
Oh,
Rourke.
used to be a boxer. Mickey Rourke.
Yeah.
Fucking hate the three of them. Pack of cunts.
Matt?
It used to be Tom Cruise, but he's growing on me now.
Like a big fucking wart.
I did really like Top Gun Maverick, so and I'm quite now enjoying the Mission Impossible movies, so yeah, I'm kind of swaying. But I'm trying to think if there's any more that I just can't stand. No, not really. I'll probably come up later and probably feel, oh yeah, this one I hate him, but yeah, at the moment I just think of Tom Cruise.
I get you, mate. I get you. I love
Oh,
Maverick.
yes. What's her name?
Vera Lynn.
No, Jamie Lee Curtis. There we go. Can't stand her. Yeah, can't stand her. She loves the sound of her own voice. You see her in interviews and that she thinks she's amazing, and she just does my fucking head in.
She thinks she's amazing because she pretty much is.
Well, have you guys seen that they're making a Freaky Friday 2 as well for Lindsay Lohan?
Oh,
I didn't know that.
fucking lord.
Yeah, I've heard
Michael
things
Myers
about
at
it.
the end of Halloween End should have stabbed her in the fucking face.
Oh.
Oh, well, Matt, it would have been the only useful
But
thing.
not
you
use
did
a
in
prop
movie.
knife.
Nah, real one.
Oh, man. Oh, he meant that or no?
Yeah.
He did, like,
He did, yeah.
there was no holding
Oh,
back.
man. In a fucking face. And hammered it in with a book.
I'd help him hide the body as well.
Oh man. Well, Scott, who do you not stand?
He annoys the fuck out of me, he does.
Oh.
Who?
Russell Brand.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. He's an actor?
He is, yeah. He's
He
been
can barely
something.
fucking talk, let alone act the fucking hippie.
Do you know what?
I
I've
ain't
never
that
seen.
cunt. I want to call him a fucking actor. And I certainly wouldn't have called the cunt a comedian either.
No, I wouldn't. No.
I've never heard Scott say he hates someone because he just seems to be so like, I fucking hate him.
I know.
Russell Brand once put in a shredder while he's alive.
Oh.
Bollocks first.
Oh,
I don't like Melissa McCarthy either. She annoys me.
Yeah.
That was going to be my pick, Scott.
Yeah, she's
Can't
annoying.
stand her.
I have
She's
no
great in
idea who she
Bridesmaids.
is.
She's really good in Bridesmaids, but other than that, she's shit in everything else.
Nah. Nah, Matt, it's the one thing I don't like about Bridesmaids is her.
I've never heard of him.
You didn't want to, Nige?
Keep it that way. Keep
Oh,
it
well,
that
I'll
way.
keep it that way then.
You'll know her when you see her, Nige. Trust me.
Melissa
Melissa
McCarthy.
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 Yeah.
Is she American or English?
American.
American.
American, yeah.
I'll get an image up. Hold on.
Always going to get
I'll
up for
miss
me.
her on screen.
I'll make sure that I've just cleared all the porn.
But while Matt's getting his image up of P2.
While Matt's getting it up.
Oh, for me, I'd have to say Kevin fucking Hart. He does my head in.
Oh, that's another good one. Yeah.
She doesn't even look vaguely familiar.
She's in a lot of
I've read The Sheltered Life.
But yeah, Pete, I can get what you mean. I don't mind him in Jumanji movies, but everything else seems like it's the same old, really.
Yeah, he's really annoying in some films.
I do like him actually in is it The Upside with Bryan Cranston?
That's probably his only decent film because he's quite serious acting in that one, isn't he?
Yeah.
He makes films in between making his world famous pickle. Cranston pickle.
I love
That's
it,
the last
Branston
fucking
Pickle.
clean one. I'm telling you now.
Oh, I love Branston Pickle. That's my favourite.
Pickle? P-I-double-K-double-O. Pickle?
Ham and cheese sandwich with pickle, mate. Fucking banging.
I used to love it, and then I made the mistake of telling my dad when I very first started work after I left school, oh, they're nice, cheese and pickle, like, with the Branson. So I got them every day for about 2 fucking years, and I started, like, going, I couldn't eat them anymore.
Oh, nah, I love it, I do.
I don't want them anymore, but you said you liked them. I went, not every fucking day!
Do you know what? This is what I love about Christmas. After Christmas Boxing Day, you get the leftovers, like pork pies, the turkey sandwiches, and like pickles. It's like, oh, yes.
I love piccalilli.
Piccalilli, yeah?
No, can't eat that. Yuck.
I used to call it
Yuck.
Picky Willy.
All it is, it's little raw veggies in a little bit of mustard and vinegar and camel cum. That's all it is.
I tried it once, made me throw up. Never again. Same with pickle. Don't like it.
You don't like pickle?
Honestly, don't like pickle.
Do you like pickled onions?
No, don't like them either.
Oh my
Do you realise that not liking pickled onions is against the fucking law?
Well, arrest me.
You can get 12 years for that.
Fair enough. It's better than where I live.
Fucking normal.
Same, Mike doesn't like pickle either. Yeah. Me, Mike, and Pete are going to jail tonight then for 12 years.
Who's bringing the soap? Wait, what?
Fucking hell, Pete. I'm not going to that prison.
You not like Goikins either?
No, I don't.
Like gherkins.
Oh, I love pickled Goikins. I love them.
I do.
I love
Yeah.
gherkins. Especially in a double cheese quarter pounder from McDonald's. I'll tell you to add extra gherkins.
Yeah, and you put the gherkin in because you're on a diet like me. Definitely.
Oh, for me, I just have the burger, the cheese, and the bun when I have a McDonald's. A burger.
My
Don't
God, you
like
might as well have a
anything
slice
else
of
in it.
fucking dry bread and a cup of tea.
Sorry, what do you
Got a much taste to it.
What do you have, Pete?
I just have like the burger and the cheese, like out of a cheeseburger, nothing else, and the bun. I have it plain.
I can
No
imagine.
pickles,
I
no
can
sauce.
I can imagine Pete Gans and McDonald's, Gans on the customization screen, and just takes everything out and just has the bun.
That's
What's
me.
that with a
That's
fucking
me.
bread bun?
That's pretty much me. I'll go up there. I'm spending like 5 minutes. Somebody will say, "Are you all right, sir?" I'm just removing everything because I don't like none of the fucking stuff.
Oh,
Laura said to me, she went, "Oh, get in. The big tasties are back. Kind of a big tasty, but with just cheese and bacon. It's a big fucking tasteless. It's the sauce that makes that burger." She's fucking mentally challenged, I tell you.
And Pete, have you had a Chinese yet or not?
Have I fuck?
Oh.
Well, that we don't know. That's a totally different story.
Pete, I think next Wednesday's stream, fucking get a Chinese ordered and eat it on camera, and then it's.
Yeah, but if he throws it all back up again, I'm going to leave you to clean the mess because I don't want to see dead shit.
Nah,
That is very true.
Oh man. Well, back to the question, Mike. Who can you not stand?
It's
Fuck
gotta
me.
be.
I didn't know. I
Jared
thought we were
Butler.
way past that one.
Yeah, it's gotta be Jared Butler. I didn't like, just don't like him at all.
Fair.
Yeah, 40s,
Yeah.
40s
Fair
action films are like absolute shite.
I think you make these people up. I've never heard of the fuckers.
Yeah, his action films just don't interest me at all. No.
He plays the same guy, really, or he's saving the president or something like that.
He's
A lot of
he's
the-
pretty much like
Yeah.
Liam Neeson. He's typecasted.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, just don't like him.
Has Pete
Ooh.
seen Poltergeist yet?
Has he fuck?
No.
I fell asleep while I was watching it. I can't. What
Yeah,
can I
but that don't
say?
count. Come on.
Fucking Josh Classer watched it before you did. Josh Classer, I would never even would have imagined you'd ever watch it.
Well,
I
now
know.
Josh has seen it. That's actually.
He didn't only
me and
see
Pete
it,
here to
he
watch
fucking liked it.
Yeah,
Did like-
that surprised me.
Do you know what the
So,
annoying thing is?
Yeah.
When Josh says it's good, Pete goes, oh, well, I have to watch it then. I want to see it now. Didn't want to fucking see it when I was telling him about it, though.
Well, when you talked about Murphy's Law, I did watch it, didn't I? So there.
Yeah, that's because Charles Bronson was in it.
Yeah, but you did.
Charles
you did tell
Bronson
it
is
really
actually in Poltergeist. He
Yeah.
plays one of the corpses at the end. You can see him.
And Anya Taylor
You
Joy
watch
gets her
it.
flaps out in it. Yeah, she gets it.
well. Oh, if only, if only.
Do you want
Yeah.
to
See a
born in
clitoris.
that?
Yeah.
Roy wasn't even born in Poltergeist, man.
No, she's in it. She's very young, but she's in it.
Very young.
She's in
she
it,
must
but
be
she's
like-
just still inside her dad's sack at the time.
Oh man. Fucking hell.
Oh,
Video Tasty says, hey Mike and guest. So hey.
Hey,
Yeah.
Gareth.
Just the one.
I
Let's
think
have
he
a
meant to
look.
put another S on the end.
Yeah, I think so.
But Ottie forgot. Yeah.
Let's have a look. Cy Robson says, have any of you watched Fear of 13? It's a documentary about a guy on death row for a murder he didn't commit.
No.
Oh, no, but I like the sound of
I
that.
heard of that.
Sounds good though.
Yeah, it does.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough, mate. No, I've never heard of it though. Don't think any of us have, to be fair. But no, it's fair. True Action says Fulton Full Monty sequel TV series coming soon. Didn't care.
Couldn't care.
My daughter, fuck
No.
off. I didn't like the film.
Isn't needed. Isn't needed. The film was fine on its own. Just leave it at that. We didn't need a TV series.
I agree. Next one, Sai says, what's your favourite Engelbert Uncle's Dunks?
Engelbert Humperdinck song.
Lesbian seagull.
What's
Mine
that?
is no gender hippo.
No gender hippo.
They donkey.
Sounds like half the girls round here, they all think they got no genders. It's fucking. I'm a non-binary.
I also like Snowflake Millennial.
I'll move on.
And Keyboard Warrior Wankers.
But Donkey's like the most special toy.
Oh my god.
Oh, God. Dirty fucker.
Hey, Dales, what? Get that fucking humperdonk out.
Leave those lady.
Please don't
God
break it.
Big
Oh.
fucker. Yes, Pete, say it. Bit twiddle-whist. Ah!
Right. Ben Twiddle.
Ah! He sounds like some fucker's trying to drown him.
Sounds like he's being deep throated.
Ventriloquist. There you go. I just said it.
By John Holmes. Yeah, fucker, yeah.
Z-Man has another load of brilliant guests tonight. Well, thank you, Traction.
Thank you.
Cheers, Trey.
Yeah, with the main event.
Ah.
Here we go. Shite.
Nice.
Mike! In the sunshine!
Every time.
Is that the sound that the missus makes when you stick it in the wrong hole, Nige?
No, the sound what she makes when I stick it in the wrong hole is it in yet?
Nige, that's my belly button!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh.
Mike's lost it over there, I think. Oh, man. Oh, fucking hell, the comments.
However, that sounded Welsh then.
Oh,
Is that?
Scott, can we get a Dirty Dancing Times of Life from you?
Oh.
I've had the time of my life and I've never felt this. There we go.
Were you singing into a hairbrush there?
No, it's a remote.
It's your hump
More.
I think
I'm nibbling on my pomegranate seeds.
Oh, very nice.
What a strange thing to have with beer.
You can nibble on my seeds later, Nige. It's fine.
Well, thank you, sir.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
Yeah.
Here's an embarrassing story from the Deals Manor. The wife made a spicy recipe with habaneros. She didn't wash her hands properly, so when she gave me a hand job, and it's really on my will.
Can you help me, Willie?
You know what? I've got a similar story. I got like the bomb.
Oh,
like,
no way!
You know the bomb chili sauce? Like it's like the most hottest sauce you can get, right? Something like 1,000,000,000 billion Scovilles or whatever it's called.
Scovilles?
Right? Scoville, yeah. So we did like a challenge, and I forgot to wash my hands. So when I went for a shit, I wiped my bum. And you know, like when a dog drags its ass across the floor, like I was like that. I was fucking like,
oh, you fucker!
yeah, that
Ring
was
sting.
the real. That was the definition of ring sting. That was, yeah.
Oh, hold on. We've got a good comment here from True Action again. He says, "Mr. Shizzle, who would you muff dive? You seem like a quiet lad, so I'm excited to hear your answer."
There we go.
And my fucking girlfriend is not an answer if she's watching. Block your ears, Emma. She's gone. I want to fucking hear this. And Mike's going, yeah, well, nobody, because I'm like, bullshit. Answer the fucking question.
Yeah.
Whose pussy stink would you like on your mustache?
I'd say Margot Robbie.
We're listening, Michael.
Margot Robbie.
Who
I
else?
was not about you. I'm not this cunt here who's fucking got a girlfriend.
Oh.
The question's not for me.
Mr. Shizzle. The question was Mr. Shizzle. He's going to sit there and let you answer for him. Don't do it. Huh?
I'd say Margot Robbie.
Rhea Ripley, Ronda Rousey, Liv Morgan, Cora Jade, Gigi Dolan, and Mike from Did You See That would be Emma Stone. He would muff dive that ginger pussy all night long.
And you Taylor John, whoever. Yes, but the question was directed to fucking Mike. Now answer the fucking question. Every fucking else has answered.
Well, if it was a
That is
celebrity,
Mike. Mike
if it
just
was a celeb-
answered.
Shizzle.
Yes.
Oh,
He's T
Next to you,
Shizzle.
Nige.
Next to
Oh,
you.
fuck your Mike. See?
yeah.
Oh, you dodged a bullet there, you lucky cunt. Oh, shit. Silly fat fuck. But he's answering, I'm going, shut up, he doesn't mean you. He's on about shizzle. Why didn't you say to me, I am shizzle, you thick cunt?
Well, that's what I said to you. I said Mr.
Fuck
Shizzle,
me, man.
and you were like, well, come
I'm
on.
going fucking senile.
Fucking
I'll snibble me nuts.
hell.
Well, to be fair, I did say Mike from Did You See That's Emma Stone? So
That's true. That's true.
does the missus let you watch Emma Stone movies alone?
I don't know, mate.
Do you feel awkward when you're watching Emma Stone on the TV and she's sat right next to you?
No.
You got really quiet now.
Is that it, Emma Stone?
Oh, Emma
Yeah.
Stone. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
That's because if he's fucking her in his dream and he calls out Emma, she's going to be thinking, oh, bless. He's not fucking daft.
He likes the ginger.
Oh, mate. Soft spot for redheads, definitely.
Soft spot for redheads,
Definitely.
definitely.
100%. Well, to be fair, when we were watching something and she fancies, like a man celebrity, I'm just like, whatever. So I'm allowed Emma Stone. I'm allowed.
Yeah.
But that's as far as it goes.
As far as it goes, my friend, yeah. I'll say
Except when you
nothing else,
popped
but it's not going to be knee marriage in a couple of years, so I'll leave it at that. Gary North says, Pete, have you watched Angel Heart yet?
No, not yet. No.
no.
Neither have I.
Guys to
Never.
watch.
I need to watch that.
What poltergeist?
No, Angel Heart.
I don't know. Interaction says, remember when my lad had Bab? What?
What?
It was Babs, mind you. Babs had an. What the fuck?
And remember when Lad had Baps, the blow-up doll? I ended up bringing her to his birthday party the same year. He got a nice huge present. Unfortunately, it was Babs. Mind you, Babs had a nice pair.
What he didn't tell his son is he tried to fuck her out for him.
Who the heck's his lad? I don't know what's he on about.
His son.
I didn't even know Traction had a son, to be fair.
Of course,
Only
all
got
that
different-
fucking,
his wife-
all
I
that
only got
fucking in the
different- his
dungeon
wife-
he does. He's got loads of kids, I think.
I don't know.
He breathes like a fucking bunny.
Moving on. Speaking of horror books, has anyone ever read James Herbert's The Rats? It has 2 follow-ups, Lair and Domain. No, have you guys read
Never
The
heard of
Rats?
them.
Not heard of
Nope.
it. No.
I've read The Rats
No.
and I was quite bored. However, James Herbert's Moon is fucking scary. It's creepy as fuck. Look for a James Herbert book called Moon. That'll make you screw some shrivel up.
I know a few rats, but no, I never read about them.
Yeah, funny enough, some have been made aware to me as well.
Yeah.
Gary says Jack is great in Batman, definitely one of his best performances. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, Gary.
Got Jackson saying, out of my rentals this week, for this week, which one should I prioritize watching the most? Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Elm Street 3, the 80s, the Blob remake, or Polyester by John Waters?
Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors, because number 2 is just a huge cockfest. Yeah, it's just, yeah. Dream Warriors is a better
Three's
film.
definitely better.
Yeah.
Elm Street 2 and 3.
Blob remake's great though.
I love them both. Now then, Ginge.
The Blob remake is really good though as well, to be fair. I would recommend that one, Jackson, as well.
Well, there you go, Jackson. There's some suggestions for you, my friend. So thank you for the question.
We love you, Jackson.
We love Jackson.
Yeah.
Is that Jackson Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horsetooth, yeah.
Jackson, you beautiful bastard. I tried to say hello to you earlier on, and that miserable fucker never had me comment out.
Didn't get to it, Nige. We're massively behind on the comments.
Turn around. Turn around. Turn round. You thick ginger soulless fuck. There you go.
Don't say ginger, might get hard on.
Oh, mate, what a cute dog.
And he's gorgeous.
Yeah.
He's thick as fuck, but I love him.
What's he called?
Simba.
Simba. Oh, nice, mate.
Who's that? Who's that?
Simba!
I said, who's that, you thick fucker?
Simba! Simba! Simba!
Who's that?
Simba!
Who's that?
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, you there? That's right, look at me, you thick fucker, when you're famous.
You're famous,
There's
Simba!
millions and millions and millions. Well, 20 people watching.
Oh, man. Well, thank you to everyone who's watching. But yeah.
Oh, dear me, his breath's like shit, though. I will tell you that.
If you want to see more Simba, go subscribe to Rockgod 2004. Links down below in the description.
There's a little video he's where he said hello on.
Oh, mate, adorable.
Oh, I love Simba.
He's Laura's guide dog.
Oh.
He is a fully trained guide dog.
Oh, wow.
But he's the most lovable dog. He just loves everybody.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love dogs. I married one.
Honestly, you'd love him. You'd all love him if you met him.
Mm.
Yeah.
Adorable, mate. Traction says, have you lot ever read the Kama Sutra?
Kama Sutra.
Kama Sutra?
Oh, yeah. Completely.
You don't know what the Kama Sutra is, Michael?
Can't say how to do it, no?
It's the
I think it's an Indian book, but it's of every sexual position possible, apparently, illustrated.
Oh,
yeah, does ring a bell now, yeah.
Yeah, I completed it.
Yeah.
I wrote the fucker.
Yeah. I added to it.
He didn't, he just jizzed on it.
Yeah, to be fair.
That's exactly what he added to it. One of his splodges.
What's your favourite sexual position?
Mine is actually just missionary, actually. I think that's the nicest. Or if the woman's on top facing the other way, that's good.
Yeah, mine is you got to have their legs on your shoulder and you fucking pile drive them. That's the best. I think. Yeah.
What's the worst one? Being shit on the chest. Not that I've ever tried it.
No, 69.
Nor would I ever try it either.
69 is the worst, man, because sometimes they can fart in your face and it's like,
The fart is in my face, it was the last fucking fart they'd ever do, the dirty bastards.
Go on, Mike.
No comment.
What's your favourite?
Comment?
You're not gonna comment?
No, I'm ashamed.
Oh.
All right, then let's. If you haven't done anything, all of yous, or you've never experienced anything, what is the most one you would like to try? Either you would like to try, or that you've done, but you don't have to specifically say which one it is. See how good I am at wording these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're professional, Nigel.
I am, especially when it comes to this. There's a lot of embarrassment.
But who's next? I
I've got mum. I can hear my mum in the background saying, "You better not say anything, you dirty fucker."
I would say it all the more now. Shut up, mother. Let him say it. Block your ears. And put that banana away. And don't let him dip it in the fucking beans.
All right. You go on to Pornhub. What do you type? What's your search? What's your search for a quick one?
Well, this chap deteriorates. It's like, oh yeah, cheers, Jackson. I used to fucking like you.
Well,
Go on. What's your quick search on Pornhub?
Love you
too
guys.
much of a gentleman to say.
Too much.
Always a nice save there. I'm a gentleman. A gentleman
Probably-
never tells.
Nah, girl on girl for me. Girl on girl bondage. That's a good one. So.
Bondage.
I can hear her laughing.
I can hear the laughing.
But he said girl on girl bondage.
Girl on girl bondage. Yeah. Yeah.
Crips do nothing for me.
Oh, I love it.
He is
I get
one
a cat.
fucking sick puppy. Don't listen, Simba. Look at the look of disgust on his face. I'm not listening to this. La la la.
T Shizzle, what do you search up?
I don't know. It's just so many.
Mike's working his way through a list one at a time.
T Shizzle, toe sucking.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
You're not getting a drink, but you want to sniff. He'd lick me fucking beer and all the day, he could.
Oh man. Oh, I hate toes. Nah.
You'd love this, Simba. It's gorgeous, but you're not getting any.
I don't mind a bit of toes. I can deal with feet a little bit. Just like just on the
Especially when they're full of fucking cheese and gangrene.
Got a nice bunion,
Oh.
a nice bunion. Perfect.
Cheese and bunny and crips.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Well, you are
Get an normal
Spencer's
question
video
on
to
quick,
come on
for
the
fuck's
stream.
sake.
Babs also made a return when the lad had his first girlfriend. Did round for dinner with the Dales man. No habaneros this time. Said she had a competition and brought Babs out. The last walked out.
You cruel cunt. Fucking hell.
Me and the wife had a free afternoon a day, so we decided to have a bit of afternoon delight. Ended up making quite a mess. New towels, please. Well, they're certainly currently in the washer. Oh.
Have you heard this? Fucking dirty bastard, eh?
My mum's just said Randy cunts in the background.
We're off our first shopping trip tomorrow, so it should be fun. Cinema, nice meal out, and the wife emptying out Ann Summers, just how I like it.
Okay.
Emptying out and so. Oh.
Must be a
Do you like to nibble on egg crusty gussets?
Oh.
Must be a nice place if you're taking her off for a nice meal, emptying out Ann Summers.
Do you know what? I think I almost got kicked out of Ann Summers. I went there with my ex, and I got all these like dildos on display, like this big fucking huge black one. It was massive. It was, and it had all these veins and everything, and it was going round. I was picking it up like a lightsaber. Zoom. I almost got kicked out. I tried to get her to pick one up, and we'd do a little duel, like a lightsaber duel. but they've not just got big black ones; they've got big fists as well, massive fists. Like when you can lube it up and
fucking fists,
mate. It's bonkers.
How big are the fans? We get fucking boxing gloves in next.
It's like fucking Willy Wonka's to the Chocolate Factory, but for adults. It's nuts in there.
Willy Wonka and the massive cunt. Woo! And Summer's fist. Wow.
I did try. They've got this gel. I don't know if you guys tried it, but there's this gel, like Durex gel. It's like gives you tingles. It's like little tingling gel you apply to your penis, and it's like it's it's like he didn't stop tingling for like 5 days, and then he went to the doctor. Like, it was... Yeah. I don't recommend the Durex tingling gel. Don't try it.
Thanks for the tip.
That's where you apply it, Pete.
I didn't know you could reach from up there. Oh shit!
Thanks for the tip. That's what she said.
Oh man!
Oh man. Well, with that said, we haven't got to every comment, but thank you everyone tuning in. We are wrapping up now at the moment.
You got fuck me! We only got 3.
Will be the next one.
Mike, go.
Michael, did you see that?
Michael
Mike tries
try
when
it.
he, when he tries stuff.
Mike, do you know what? I fucking need to live. I've never heard of half these cunts.
Oh, fucking hell. If I tried that, I'd be kicked off YouTube.
It's
honestly, you end up at the doctor saying it won't stop tingling.
Fucking hell. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And that's gonna wrap up.
Thanks for the comments, even though none of them were fucking read.
Right.
I've tried to see if
We're talking about fists, dildos, yeah.
That's why it's got to see at the end.
And Ansem is selling boxing gloves as well.
Well, clearly the way they're going, a fist's not going to be fucking big enough. Oh, for Mega Minge Martha.
Well, I needed a boxing glove would have been good because I didn't have enough stamina. She wanted to keep fucking riding. I was like, I've had enough.
See, some of them have got that big a fucking clip. They need the boxing gloves to use it like a fucking punch ball.
Oh mate, I don't have this. I don't have the stamina anymore. I don't. It's just one punt and done. I'm like, that's it. Good night.
That's me done. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah.
Best free.
Sorry, my fucking life, that.
Sorry.
You will be, you motherfucker.
But no, I want to thank Matt, Pete, Mike, Knight, and Scott for joining. Now Pete's fucked off as well.
Pete's gone. It's not angry very well.
Nah. Well, whoever's left on the stream,
I
thank
like
you for
Mike,
joining me.
Scott it up. Fuck you, I'm off. Hang on.
There he is.
He's back. There he is.
I'm back.
Fuck have you been?
Fucking internet being a cunt, hasn't it? Typical.
We've had
bastard
30,000 comments since you've been gone.
Oh,
Since you be gone. Since you be gone.
I heard that song today on the radio and I was like, please don't break it. That's all I can fucking hear.
For God's sake, even break it.
That's funny you say that. 'Cause that's what the lady at Anne Summers said when I was zoom. Please don't break it.
Still got a Newcastle and don't break it. Hashtag true story.
I love it when you're doing
fucking mad.
I love it when Nigel's doing all this. Like, that's like the sound of him munching out his missus, isn't it?
For God's sake, different break it.
And it's Laura
I think
watching.
somebody's in the fucking bedroom with her while I'm in here. Have you heard this?
Oh,
man.
It's a shame about that song because that song is fucking class and now he's ruined it.
He's gone and ruined it, hasn't he, you little cunt?
Yeah.
oh.
I can hear the laughter in the background.
I can.
Oh, she's what? Is Laura watching?
Yeah, in the fucking bedroom. She's got the big telly up in there.
On an all serious note, I just want to, all jokes aside, congratulations, Laura, on your news. Amazing.
Yes, definitely. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Laura.
I'll tell you when she said it. Now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we love you.
She said thank you.
Definitely.
I will
No
keep you all
worries.
posted, though.
If she's anything like you, Nige, she'd be a legend. So I'm over the moon for her, mate.
Think I'm fucking bad. You should hear her. Would you get to go on? She got more fucking lip than Mick Jagger.
Oh.
Tell you what, this is the easiest £5 I've ever earned because I don't have to do that. It makes them fucking laugh. Viewers, that's what I'm on. £5 for 10 hours. So hour and a half, I've had about 20p. If I'm lucky. Just for going. Can't breathe. Please don't make it.
You sounded like Pete when he was trying to say ventriloquist. He's like,
Ventriloquist. Right. Ventriloquist. Can't say it now. Ventriloquist.
Do you know the more you try, the fucking worse it gets?
I know it. That's all I want to say is ventriloquist.
Hey, he's got it. He's got it.
The wife says you can do it to her. Do what to her? Punch her in the clitoris with a fucking boxing glove on? Or does she want me to get a minge and go? Oh, get the toilet, you dirty cunt. You should just leave this on for half an hour and let them fucking do the comments and we'll just take the piss. Anybody else? Anybody else got anything? Come on.
No.
Anybody else want to call me a fat ugly cunt and break my heart, you fucking stupid asshole?
Tickle her minge.
Tickle her minge, good. With what? A pencil sharpener?
Tickle, tickle, tickle. I couldn't really tickle my exes because he had like a KFC bargain bucket for a minge, and it was like you just get your hand lost up there. Do you know what? I fisted my ex once, and I come back wearing a watch. I was like, I don't
with the hose? How big's that
Oh, fucking hell.
She doesn't do his wife any favour. She's going to kick the fuck out of him.
Oh.
True massive fanny of the deals.
What's that, Scott? Sorry?
I said this stream's really cheered me up tonight. It's been great. I've loved it.
No,
it's
thank
been
you, mate, for
fun.
joining. No, thank you guys for joining, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to start charging you a bunch of cunts. Would you like that?
Well, I did like the free watch, to be honest. It was a Rolex. So.
Did that get caught in the old minge when you were fisting her?
Yeah,
Don't
I
let
come
me
out.
fucking I found that up there.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can find up that box.
I'm only saying when I don't say it, I just fucking do it. Can't bother going to the toilets, I just piss myself.
Last time I accidentally fell into a deviant shop. They were selling rubber fists. I only got the one just in case it's not my thing.
Hang on. What the fuck is a deviant shop?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that was a posh way.
A
of saying it.
deviant is a little cunt, a little scrote who runs around, calls it out. Look at that little deviant. I think I'll go and buy one at the deviant shop.
A deviant shop. You'll have to elaborate.
He obviously means it's pure. The wife and her dirty clitium.
Oh, don't talk to me about that.
Matt, this is one for you.
That's the stuff I was like, yum.
No.
Go ahead and lick it clean.
Still wouldn't be
And if you
All that
don't throw up,
discharge.
we'll all go in after you.
Oh.
Doesn't want it clean, Nigel. Wants it dirty.
Oh.
Matt can go and lick all the piss and crust and gusset.
Oh no, I've
Stand
been
there.
there before. When they pull down their panties and they eat me out, and all their panties are all like discharged, and it's like. No.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't.
The crusty gusset stains have been there that long, it cuts your fucking tongue.
Oh.
It's like licking one of those cuttlefishes that you put in a bungee cage.
Oh, done it with it.
Fucking
Yeah, you
Not
come
that,
up.
not that I would know. I'm assuming this. You understand?
You go down on. You go down on the chav, and you come back up, and you look like you got a face like you just ate a bag of Whatsits.
Oh, man, you fucking animal!
Oh.
Let me just fucking just end it.
Oh, that puts me off Whatsits for life now.
It
Oh.
puts me off Fanny for life if he fucking does that to you.
Wrong.
Been there, done that.
Which one?
Love you guys. I love you too. Thank you for watching.
Oh.
Yes, we love you, right?
He's pulled
the
the
muscle.
I bet that's all you pulled tonight, isn't it?
Poor Mike's viewers must have just dropped dramatically.
Fuck me.
There's still 13 people watching. So.
How many?
13.
13! Fucking comment, you cowards. Come along.
I know. But I tell you what.
Nothing to comment now. We give us something you want.
If you want to comment, we'll stay live for 2 extra minutes. So be quick, and then we'll be.
Yeah, go quick.
Yeah.
Be quick. I'll be dead.
Be quick like me.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, just waiting. It's coming.
That's I made this song, isn't it, Nigel? Be quick.
It is. Well done, Scott.
Yeah.
It nearly got a number 1. It would have been their second number 1. It got a number 2. Some cunt stopped them.
Iron Maiden, a Charlie.
Oh, hold on. Question for Nige. Who's your favourite football team, Nige?
Fuck off.
Iron Maiden.
Iron
Maiden.
They do have one, you know.
Really?
Do they?
Fuck me, I knew I'd have to fucking broke myself.
Iron Maiden.
Take your daughter to the slaughter.
I remember that song, yeah. That was their number 1.
Oh.
Oh,
okay. That fucking shut you all up, didn't it? Yes. However, this was their sort of dream, which is why it's called Virtual 11, because they picked their own team.
Oh.
I don't know the fuck that is, but you all will know as soccer fans. But that's Ian Wright.
Oh, yeah.
That's Steve Harris, or otherwise known as God. Paul Gascoigne. The singer Blaze Bailey, Ian Wright. Don't know the fuck that is.
Oh, that's Mark Overmars, is it? I think.
Guitarist Janet Gers, who lives literally a 10-15 minute drive from me, but I don't know the exact house. No idea who that is.
That
Dave Murray, the guitarist, and the drummer Nicole McBrain with the flat nose. But they do when they're on tour. They do play football. It's an Iron Maiden team versus whoever they're sort of like whichever town they're in.
Wow.
That's the first time I've actually been interested about football. Was that 5-minute segment there?
Well, Steve Harris, him. Oh, go on, fuck you, man. I can't get it in. Oh, there it is. Him.
No, you can't. Yay. Yeah.
He had the choice of either
Patrick Vieira.
carrying on with these or going and playing for West Ham. He did the right thing.
And
yeah, he's like 60-odd-year-old and he still plays when they're on tour.
Ideas.
See you, Dales.
Well,
See you later, Dales.
Well, yeah, so that's going to wrap up Z Talks episode 41. So again, I just want to thank Matt, Mike, T. Shizzle, Pete, Scott, and Nige for joining me. All the guys' links are down below in the description box, so please go check them out. And Matt and Mike's Instagram's also down there. Marvel fans saying night, everyone. So night, man. Thank you for
Marvel
tuning in. And yeah, till next time, we will see you later. See you guys.
Bye.
Try.
Bye.